Hi, I'm Chris. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm delighted to welcome you to Fracture. I'll be your Dungeon Master tonight. Fracture is an experiment for us, our first long-running campaign. 5 new adventurers are flung into a strange new world, lost in the plains, and I can't wait to share all of the strange new things they discover with you. This is our first long-running campaign, so if you're looking for recaps of what's already happened, there should be a link in chat now to our YouTube channel, where there will be a full recap playlist. For those who are new to Dungeons & Dragons, everyone here is playing fantasy characters in a fantasy universe. They all have their own unique characters with character sheets that tell them who they are, what they can do. They mostly roll 20-sided dice to see how well they do things, with 20s being good and 1s being hilariously bad. But otherwise, we are improvising, telling stories with each other, and we hope you'll join us for the ride. When they play all their characters, I play the rest of the world, so I'll be playing every single person they encounter, all of the strange things that we've built into this strange new world that Fracture has to offer. Before we get too deeply stuck in, please meet all of our players, and let's have a word from our sponsors as well.
Hi, I'm Emma. I use the pronouns Em or Emma, and I'm playing Astariel. He goes by Astor or Astel and uses any pronoun. Astel is a bit of a chaotic wizard. He's not very good at studying. He doesn't like it. He likes a lion. And we're going to see how well he copes with the events of Fracture.
Hi, my name is Tom. I use he, him pronouns, as does, Wisdom Din. What about me? I'm 5 foot. Some people call me the tiny tiefling because of that. I like studying medicine. My mum's a medic. So I wasn't always a tiefling. There is a family curse on my head and a voice in the sword that I have with me at all times. But I'm going to go to school to learn how to get rid of that, so everything's going to be fine. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Ed. I will be playing Vuk Kronogorak, who is a Loxodon cleric of nature, uses he, him pronouns, is the first of his tribe to come to Stonywing Hall to attempt to become the mightiest cleric that the world has ever seen. He is a mighty arrangement with a mighty mace and a skin of slate, worships Sylvanus and with violet eyes.
Hi, I'm Lola, pronouns they, them, and I am playing Atlas, wise young Thembo of the woods, the Greenwood Grove to be exact.
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Cleo, who also uses she, her pronouns. Cleo is an Earth Genasi monk. She's rather shy and not particularly good at talking to people, and she's just left home for the first time, equipped with a giant warhammer and the blessing of her adoring family, obviously, to go off and see if she can have a few adventures.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Hero Forge. Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. Hero Forge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of the collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive, cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. Playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum chest.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our wonderful supporters, Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying? You're a DM, you've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets and exclamation point characters in Twitch chat below.
This stream will run for 3 hours, and there will be roughly a 5 to 10 minute break somewhere towards the middle. We run shows on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays at 6 p.m. Greenwich Meridian / British Summertime, which is 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. in mainland Britain, and 2 a.m. Tuesday mornings in Japan and parts of Australia. On Mondays, we run TTRPG streams. These can be one-shots, 4, 6, 8, or even 12 weeks long. You can always find our latest schedule at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg/schedule. On Tuesdays, we have our ongoing campaign, Fracture. And on Fridays, we have our talk show, Talk Together, and Talking is a Free Action, which lasts for 1 hour.
We are Roll Together RPG on all socials, so find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Links in chat.
Thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. You can find a link in chat. Help us make our shows from just £1, $1, or $1 gold piece, and unlock more tiers by joining. Our D20 Club are fab. They've created a fan Discord for us. They've also made a wiki page for Roll Together. You can find that at rolltogether.fandom.com.
Welcome to our podcast listeners. If you also would like to listen to us via podcast, you can search Roll Together RPG on your favourite podcast provider. If we're not there, let us know and we will add ourselves to that list.
Finally, we play with a diverse group of players who play a diverse set of characters with wide-ranging sexual and gender identities. Our tables are trans and GNC positive, and we encourage and champion trans and GNC players in our games. The DM and players may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own. And while we aim to avoid misgendering, we do acknowledge that it might happen. We have a company policy in place for correction, but please feel free to let us know if you think one has been missed. We play safe games at safe tables. !safety in chat will show you what we do, the TTRPG safety toolkit, as well as content warnings if you're looking to avoid certain topics. Grand. Right, here we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fracture episode 14.
Oh,
14.
Wow.
So many.
Yay, Uhlen didn't die last week.
We're going to start every episode now with hooray, Uhlen didn't die last week.
It was episode 13, so, unlucky for some. As it turns out, unlucky for that shopkeep that Cleo had to go at.
I don't know what you mean. I was charming.
It was impressive.
I think you'll find that they made a sale, therefore none of it matters to them.
You did essentially tip them 20 gold.
Basically, yeah.
In a really demeaning way, but I did, and that's all that matters.
They've got a diamond now, so they can do resurrections. Is that enough money for?
No, it's 300.
No, it's 300 gold.
Get 100 and just slam it in. And you're like,
Yeah, exactly.
Look, the rules on how you use the diamonds are... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Hello, everyone. We're playing D&D, and we've been playing for quite a while, which is why we are rambling. There's recaps of all of our shows on our YouTube channel with all the characters recap how things are going for them, so you can check those out if you want to catch up where we're up to. I'll give a brief recap now as much as I can. These 5 are trapped in another plane of existence that doesn't seem to be aware of any other plane of existence and appears to have lost their one and only god. And therefore, that means that the universe is this plane is sort of dealing with it in interesting and strange ways. They've crashed on a bit where lots of ships seem to crash, and they met some old people who from other adventures there, and now they've been on a ship, and now they're in what looks like a major population center, which is a torus donut-shaped floating island in the sky with a large jellyfish in the middle of it, and a humongous market in the center of it as well. And the jellyfish just wants everyone to be happy. I want to be clear on this. The jellyfish just wants everyone to be happy.
All at once.
Most of the party are totally fine with this. Some of them seem to have some issue with this.
I'm a warlock. A lot of people get in my head and go, hey, this would be good if you did this. And I'm like, no.
Not another one.
I'm a strong, independent tiefling and I don't need no jellyfish.
Categorically, as a warlock, Tom, you didn't go no. You went, all right, I guess.
I didn't want to die. There was a sword in my tummy.
Look, fool me once, shame on me.
He's been fooled twice. He's had 2 patrons. He's done.
To be fair, I didn't get to choose the second patron. I was just panicking because my sword got stolen, and then it was like, suddenly, you got a sword now. I'm like, you cool with this? I'm like, oh.
We're going to get to the original second,
Still a
folks.
choice.
Just to confirm, Tom, so the first time you took a patron was when you thought you were dying. The second time was when you thought you'd lost your sword. And the rule of averages then, the third time is, oh no, I can't seem to have breakfast. The stakes have gone down dramatically.
If the person selling the donuts is like, hey, do you want to give your soul for a donut? I'd be like, yeah, I guess.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, the warlock patron of donuts. No, it's not happening today. Good, right. Yes, so they're basically the characters, for the first time in ages, are in a population centre surrounded by people. This new world has a huge variety of people, and they don't really know much about it yet, so it's all a bit of a surprise to them. Uhlen, the city that they're in, named after the Jellyfish Centre, also called Uhlen. I know that's going to get complicated. Is a really rather welcoming, interesting, vibrant space. So I'm expecting a lot of role play and random shopkeepers. That's my expectation for today. Okay. And I should also point out that they are on a big mission, which is to get home. Yes. They have an artifact item called a silver key, which is given to them by a gatecrasher, sort of, and they're going to try and empower it because then they should be able to plane a travel, but so far no one really knows what it is, how to do that, and their myths about gatecrashers are weird. Mm-hmm. Some of them I don't want to actually go home, but that's their big mission.
Tall and all wear hats is what we got last time.
Yeah, they wear purple and big hats, pale faces.
As I said, if we put a hat on Vuk, and we might get away with it.
Anyway, you are currently inside your. It's not really a hotel; it's more of like a residence that people can use. You've registered, so you will be given a monthly stipend if you stay here for long enough. And
I feel like we were conned into not giving our names. Like, I have no. I didn't mind them knowing my name, but then it was like you might not want to tell them.
We all came up with
sneaky. Yeah.
Does everyone remember their fake names? Because I feel like that might be important.
See, I feel like Atlas was probably the most intelligent one here for that very reason. They picked a name that they could definitely remember because it's someone else's name.
Anyway.
What name did you give?
Shamal. The 5 of you, you've 3 of you are in one room and 2 of you have rooms to your own because that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And you were about to go out and try and get donuts, as far as I recall.
That was the plan.
After Vuk destroyed the bed. We've literally been here 10 minutes and we're already trashing the hotel.
I sat down, that was all.
It was enough.
Look, all comments and jokes aside, Vuk tends to destroy beds. That's just a thing that happens.
It's just
It's
how I
only
roll.
because Vuk is wearing ridiculously heavy powered armor.
It's
Vuk,
badass.
destroyer of beds. Not as scary as Rebecca's destroyer of worlds.
Kind of on a par, I think.
Well, can do.
Anyway,
As we hear the bed shatter in the other room, we're like,
we talked about mending, that sort of thing. It's fun. You five, we're going to reconvene outside your rooms, and we're going to start thinking about going into the markets, which is just outside. All of your rooms, by the way, I should have mentioned, have windows. Every single room has a window that looks out over the market, and you realise you may all start to have an inkling as to why these rooms are probably relatively cheap. It's noisy and smelly and bright because of the light coming in. Just because I worked it out and I'm really happy about it. When people first moved to Uhlen, and there's no way you'd know this, but I want you all to know this, these rooms were considered to be quite valuable because you could see the jellyfish and it was all very nice. And then the market came and it became very loud and noisy, and thus they became more down market as people moved away from the noise.
I like to think again, like in a video game, we've just had an NPC come up to us and go, these rooms used to be quite valuable. And we're like, cool.
Skip.
Anyway, you were about to depart the, what's it called? Moss something.
Moss Isley Cantina.
No.
Too easy.
This is called the Moss Resort. These rooms are called the Moss Resort.
Moss Resort.
Yeah. And the market is ahead of you. There's you can hear the sights, you can smell the donuts. You were all going to depart. Is there anything you would discuss in your rooms or have a quick chat about before departing?
I've mended the bed, I promise.
Okay,
You just say to yourself.
Wrong way to walk into a room, Vuk, but...
Hang on, has Vuk joined you in the room of three people? Oh no, you're in the same room.
No,
Vuk's in his own room.
Vuk got... The person who doesn't sleep has, like, the giant bed. Yeah.
I also...
Tom, you could have had your own bed. You chose.
Yeah.
You chose.
I might change. I could just...
Forced you.
I could go stay with Vuk.
But you know, would Vuk let you in?
Probably not.
Nobody asked.
You said you wanted your own room.
I did. I absolutely did, which I do stand by that.
You can make like eggs in the morning. You know, you've got the space. You can have as much time in the shower as
you
you
walk
like.
into the room and say I'm end of the bed.
I know. The idea was that I was speaking through the wall, but
I mean, your voice is loud enough.
Walk up to the wall like, okay.
I'm ready now.
Turn back to the other side.
The walls are made of stone, and yeah, because they're dug into the side of this rock.
Oh,
so yeah,
yes, okay.
It's like being in a cave.
Sweet.
So you're saying that it echoes?
I'm saying that sound doesn't travel well through rock.
I thought I could speak through the wall. I will just come next door and say hello. Sorry, Lola.
That's fine.
Like a dull thud. Yeah.
I have mended the bed.
Okay, so you step into the room of three and say you've mended the bed. Good. We've established the location where this scene is taking place. Oh my god.
Did you try to go to bed with your armor on?
Yeah, but I just sat down on the bed for a second. It wasn't. The problem is this armor is very heavy. I also don't need a bed to recharge, and therefore I'm not going to sit on any more beds. I don't think it's a good idea.
Or at least not whilst wearing the armor.
Oh, I don't want to get out of the armor. I think that would be unsensible.
Yeah, won't all your bones re-shatter if you do that?
Very potentially.
So, like, let's not find out.
It's not like he takes the armor off and then he suddenly explodes.
I don't know that. It could be like a decompression suit.
It's not. Okay.
Okay, voice in my head.
It's
Okay, jellyfish. You're being very judgmental. I don't want to hang out with
It's all
you.
emotions. Okay, Cleo, are you joining the rest of them and you're all going to go out and get donuts? That was what you were intending on doing.
Cleo is in her room waiting to see if they want her to join.
Oh my god.
I was going to say I didn't create this character. I did. This is
Hey folks,
You'll probably get a knock on the door.
Yeah. I was like, I think we need to go get Cleo. Yeah.
If you knock on the door, she is right there and will be like, hi.
Are you coming?
Oh, do you want me to?
No, that's why we've come to ask you.
Oh no, such no, such
Slowly look at us.
Yes, Cleo. Yes,
you'd li-
Cleo.
Okay, I like donuts.
Is sarcasm a problem as well? Do you not
No,
have sarcasm?
you said that you come to ask me and also you didn't want me and I just didn't understand which one was true. This is teasing, isn't it? Yes, okay.
Yes.
Beautiful market is just out the door.
Yeah, we're resolving
waiting
this.
to be explored. And
Look, your cloak looks really nice.
Does it look
Thank
really
you.
nice?
Thank you very much.
Do you think we could get new clothes for everyone? I mean, it's not. I quite like what I'm wearing, but it's been like 3 weeks of consistent wearing it, and I could,
Well, I
it'd be nice to have a change.
Yes.
I'm wearing clothes from the ship. I wouldn't mind finding some new stuff.
You do look very piratical.
I do. Maybe I could add to it. Maybe I could add like a. I need to find. It turns around. It's like, I need to find something that's got holes in the back. But
Some kind of parrot?
if we could find a parrot, I mean, familiars for all.
I feel like holes in the back is the least problematic bit because we can just
Slash that.
cut holes in.
Yeah.
you've seen plenty of species that can fly. Presumably their clothes have holes.
I didn't think there wasn't. I was simply saying this is what I need.
Yeah.
It's like saying I need a belt. You're like, but you could buy suspenders. I'm like, yeah, no, I know these things exist. Yeah.
I will point out, you don't look that piratical because you're still wearing your armor, and your armor's not piratical at all. You look like sort of a cool Spec Ops insect with some pirate flares.
Nice. Insect?
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to get some.
Describing the mini.
I'm going to get some little goggles. And it's good. Donuts.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I've been craving donuts for like the last 20 minutes since we started smelling them.
Let's
go.
Let's go.
Right, as you step out into the market, I'm going to remind you again of how noisy it is. It is very noisy. The smells buffet you. There's loads of different bright, shining, magical little orbs that are clearly magical spells, lanterns glowing and floating around, and also these strange, as described before, these almost like tubes of light, neon, that seem to glow, and that can also seem to be bent into various shapes and things like that as well. You're looking for donuts. I know that you're looking for donuts. I understand completely that you're looking for donuts.
But
no.
As plot comes in.
No, not at all. No.
What?
No. Etelis, you are the best tracker in the party. Yeah. Would you like to track some donuts down?
Track by smell.
Yeah.
What do you track by?
It's just looking at the signs on the, like, do I see donut? Is there a trail of donuts on the floor? Can I follow?
Donut crumbs heading away from us.
Actually, while we're here, it is surprisingly clean. For something this size, and those of you who've experienced big cities, most of the floor is some kind of wood paneling, often with metal rivets and metal girders holding things in place. But it looks like it's relatively clean and well looked after, which is quite impressive considering the sheer volume of people and things floating around. Etelis, you can't read.
Oh, not properly yet. Soon, maybe. Possibly.
Yes. Let's learn.
What I will give you is that there is a glowing sign, neon, that is flashing. And what it's flashing is a loaf of bread with the front of it just coming off and up again.
Amazing.
If you point it out to your friends, because it's a bakery and they probably sell donuts. If you point it out to your friends, the sign underneath says, and I do not apologise for this, need to relax. Need to start with a K.
Wow. Yeah, that's yeah.
Too late to pull out of this campaign.
Turn on your hill and walk.
Walk off the edge, fall, die, I don't care anymore.
Another player just walks in and is like, hey guys.
It's Sean. I heard there were puns.
That is going to happen, but not for a few weeks until the baby appears.
All right.
Yes. So I would go. That looks like a good option.
The donut smell comes quite strongly from this, what looks like a bakery.
Astle is just going to hot-foot it towards the potential donuts.
Do you Misty Step?
Yes, by the spell slot, do it.
No, I don't think I'm that desperate.
I would be impressed if you did get that desperate.
Yeah,
can I just check in with one thing? So, Book has always canonically had this very keen sense of smell as a Loxodon.
Yes.
But that it would fade over time, what with him being dead and all. Has the fading set in?
Now, we've already said the fading has started to set in, so I think we're going to maintain that you don't get it as vibrantly as you would. You can still smell stronger than most other humanoids.
Right.
No, what we'll start to do eventually is you'll start to get, there's a reborn feature called Memories of a Past Life or something like that, where you get to add boosts to skill checks. We'll start getting to that point relatively soon, but for now you can still have the heightened smell ability, that's fine.
Great, thank you very much.
No problem.
Cool, so in which case I am following my nose to the donuts and following Etlus.
This bakery, what you will note is that carts around, everything is carts. But there are some carts that look, as described last time, a bit more stationary, like they've said, this is my spot now and I'm keeping it, and have managed to avoid any kind of local issue that would mean they would have to move. We'll get into all of that later if you're talking about trading families. But anyway, this one, it's definitely got like cart wheels on it, but it's large. Like someone's extended a tent out the back of a cart almost, and you step through the cart into this quite large marquise. In front of it, there are people selling donuts, yum-yums, various different baked trifecta goods that they are baking live in a vat of oil at the front. So it's all that deep-fried bakery goodness, and it's all being done in front, so the smell wafts and draws people into the bakery.
I'm now getting hungry.
Very much of if there's a glass screen in front of it, it's very much.
I don't think the vibe is quite right for glass screen in front of it, but it's just
like street vendor type, like big, but staring at that.
Yeah. There is quite a large, like crepe-style pan, which some things are also being spun on as well. This front area is basically any kind of like takeaway excellent baked goods to draw people in. You can see through the door of the cart that clearly leads into this wider, larger marquise that there are tons of other baked goods inside, and quite a few who are heading in and out as well. It's clearly quite popular and quite busy. But at the front, there's people making all of these baked goods, mostly deep fried, and you can see a figure with a sort of parrot-like look, a parakeet style, like flush of hair on top, like a little mohawk, and they are just
excellent.
They're mixing a wide variety of different things, throwing things on. Whenever something is finished, and then they put it in a little sort of display case at the front, and they are a sort of whirlwind of activity and are buying and are selling to about 10, 15 people at any given time.
Wow, cool.
Worth pointing out, do we actually have anything that could... Well, Cleo's got stuff we can... But we don't have...
I have literally no money.
Yeah, and... I mean, gold is gold, but, if we can...
I don't even have any gold. I have nothing.
I have gold too.
just makes how extra that moment was.
How much is a donut? Like 10 gold?
I would have thought like
10 gold is the equivalent of £100.
10 copper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 copper is the equivalent of £1.
That sounds about right.
It depends.
One gold is one gold.
Does Fantasy World have real world inflation? Because then it's going to be like 5.
I mean, like Shoreditch, where it's
it's our childhood. It's still 30p for a Freddo.
In our childhood, a Freddo was like 10p. What is wrong with you?
It was 10p.
I'm German. I don't know. Reference someone else once made.
I reckon clear that 1 gold would probably cover as many baked goods as all of us want.
That's true.
It's a tenner. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Here's a gold. Do you want donut? Do you want to get what you want?
I think we can all choose.
And
there's there are prices on all the baked goods on little little signs in front of all of them, but they're all in a denomination that you don't know.
What about if I just give it to them and say, put as many things as this will pay for in a box?
It's like you were saying earlier about like just have a mix of things so we can try. Yeah, that's
Donut tapas.
So you're buying £10 worth of donuts.
Sounds
great.
That's
£2 a person.
Reps.
Hundreds.
That is a metric fuck ton of donuts. Okay.
We're hungry and with children.
Yeah.
Shoreditch is 1.5. So.
Shoreditch. This isn't Shoreditch. Okay,
When's the last time we had sugar?
Hi. I love your hair, by the way.
Thanks.
Great.
What can I get you?
Could you put as many different things as possible in a box that this will pay for?
While packing another box over here, turning something up over there, they will reach out a feathered hand. Their wings are their arms. They'll reach out a feathered hand, take it, look at it, bite down on it, and then go, "Oh, you sure? That's a lot."
We're very hungry.
There's a lot of
light up. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Do it now.
Yes. No, like whatever. Like it's awesome. Let's do this. And as they're going, they will turn to the
crate. We're gonna have a.
Here you go.
They will turn to the creperie and they will start pouring out a crepe. They'll start pouring out a crepe and start frying it. Sweet or savoury?
I don't know who's having the crepe. Oh yeah, both.
Both. Like mixed or separate?
Separate.
Okay.
Oh, we missed a trick there.
We could mix it later.
Yeah. I mean, we could have 3. We could have 10.
Yeah.
They will start putting together a box, and it is quite a large box. Like no one's probably ordered a gold's worth of things in a while. It's probably 2 boxes. 2 of their largest boxes, I think, is probably the safest way that we can do this. And they will start putting it all together, and it looks amazing. There's a huge variety. It's mostly sweet deep fried things, but there's also there's some quite small deep fried things that look almost like finger sized that come with various dips that look to be somewhat savoury. There are you get sort of vague like cheesy smelling and a vague sort of like marmalade-y smelling thing off those as well. There's yum yums and donuts, and as you might expect, just twisted dough, which is twisted into various shapes and then deep fried exactly as you might expect. Although you get some very strange smells of some of the dough, like some of it's got some quite strong cinnamon aspects, some quite strong cardamom aspects, and the crepes themselves are exactly as you might expect, thin pancakey style things with stuff put in and then folded over, and you've got some quite. There's some meat in one of them. You don't really know what the meat is, but it's got a lovely, almost like
Best not to ask.
Like a porky sort of crackling kind of like skin kind of like crispiness coming off it, which is quite nice. And in another one, there's another what looks like a kind of cheese, but it's got a very pungent aroma. It looks quite hard, so when it cooks, it's not sort of falling apart completely. It's holding its shape quite well. Yeah, this will start getting put together and placed in front of you, and the seller will just place them on the box, hand them over to Astor because you asked, and go, right, there we go. Enjoy yourselves. Come back.
We really will jump in to try and help stabilize this because maybe look at Vuk and be like,
I'm very ready to carry. And
they're not like it's like two 24 Krispy Kreme crates. You know, like they're wide and flat. They're not bulging.
Yes, but if they're really wide and there's a lot of baked goods in them,
that's what I'm thinking.
It's still going to be heavy.
Vuk will be able to carry them, and very happily, because I think Vuk will try, but probably not consume too much, because there's only so much pleasure you can get out of these.
Okay.
We're new in town. Is there like a nice place to sit and eat? Like,
if you need to relax, right over there. And outside, near one of the edges of one of these walkways that then leads down into a wider promenade, so you get a nice view over the whole promenade. There are a bunch of metal tables that are tall enough for probably designed around. I think Islam's size, like most people here, are relatively tall. There are smaller people, but there aren't many smaller tables around this bit. They're metal tables. They are weighted at the bottom, and you're designed to stand around and eat. Cool. And you can all stand there with your giant boxes.
Oh my god! Thank you, Cleo. This is like the best thing that's happened in weeks.
I am really enjoying it. It smells amazing.
Anyone eating anything?
Right.
Yeah. Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Okay. It tastes delicious. It tastes delicious. The rolls. It's all lovely.
That's a roll con, and he's like,
how full we are and how much we're going to fall asleep here.
The sugar crash.
That is your experience of the market. You ate too many pancakes. Now you're going to bed.
Again, the sugar
Sounds like
crash.
a good day.
Yeah,
absolutely.
As you're stood there enjoying, is anyone eating anything in particular? Anyone want to know anything about what they are eating? I've got notes.
I'm hungry enough already, Chris. Why are you doing this?
I'm really enjoying it.
That's the pork. How nice is it?
It is somewhere between the consistency of well-cooked bacon, crackling, also with a slightly soft, gungy undertaste. It's fat. It's a skin fat that has been crisped.
Wow. Yep,
the crackling itself has a slight there's a tartness to it, like some kind of fruit's been infused in it, like a berry.
This is all good. It's a lot.
As you are enjoying your food, the view over the rest of the promenade is quite impressive. These promenades that go down various levels, they're also designed to allow people to look out and around. There's a kind of, not that I love these places, but the vibe is very similar, like a mall-style aspect to them, where you get these like overlooks where you can see all of the other things that are available. You can see that this marketplace has so many levels, and it goes up and down. You're probably on like the 3rd or 4th level out of 7.
Awesome.
And all of it is open outwards, so all of it looks inward towards the jellyfish, which is just floating in the middle. It's so big that it doesn't like sort of move around that much, but there is sort of faint, like wibbling undulations through it pretty much all the time. Wibble. And this strange pinky yellow light that washes over everything, which is then cascades over with all of these like bright neon lights that just like bing, 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 like go on all the time. And these sort of glowing magic lights that are quite gentle and will be sort of pretty much semi-consistent. So it is a riot. And as described before, people here, it is a bit louder than in the underpass, but generally speaking, if there is shouting and things, it's normally good things. There is occasional like noise and scuffles, exactly, but nothing too major. Is anyone looking for anything in particular, or wants to just roll a perception check on something that they find interesting? Like, what's the vibe here? Or are you just like, food?
I think once we've done the donuts, we'll probably be quite fooded out.
Definitely focused on the food for quite some time.
Okay, fair enough.
Who is not focused on the food for quite some time? Ed, you said we doesn't eat that much. There we go.
Yeah, no.
What's your perception?
Hang on. Well, the thing is, am I looking at something in particular? Because I think, for the moment, did you say there were figures? There were no Death Eaters about, were there?
Deathbringers.
Sorry, Deathbringers. That's what I meant.
You looking for Deathbringers?
Well, just to see if there are any.
Do you mean deathless, like yourself? People in the armor, that sort of thing.
No, it was more
people like Prif.
People like Prif.
People like Prif.
Okay, what was that perception check?
I'm sorry, I will roll it now.
Okay.
I can't smell them, I presume.
No.
Oh, 12.
I smell death on you.
Exactly. That's not what it is.
We all smell of death. That's a problem.
Well, speak for yourself.
Wow, Tom.
Enjoy your donuts, friend.
Awesome says out of nowhere.
The emo Islam has. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I've still got the feeling of going, why don't you want to hang out with me?
No, you're not getting that kind of. You're still a slight pressure of. You're welcome to join this at any time if you so desire, but you don't need to be part of it if you don't want to be. I don't want to put pressure on you.
X.
Hello. With a 12. You think you see some of that skull symbology that you've seen that Prif wears quite prominently. You can see it on some people's, like as a clasp holding a cloak, or maybe in an earring sometimes, that you do see the symbol around very infrequently. And the figure wearing it tends not to be like fully suited and armored, looking around, looking mysterious. Like it's more of that you just see the imagery slightly. With a 12, you think you see a building down and to the left that's built into the side where it looks like there's skull imagery on it. But it's because it's sort of outside the market and it's built into the side of the wall of the torus, of the inner ring. Yeah. You can't see it very closely. You think that might potentially be the ossuary, but you don't know.
Well, that was what I was going to say, because is there, because I can never remember this character's name. Prif. Went off to the ossuary, but is the ossuary nowhere? They didn't?
No, they went to the home.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, going to
their secret spouse, remember?
No, they don't have a secret spouse. Prif does not have a secret spouse. Your captain had a secret spouse, who is God,
somewhere here. Yes. It's the thing of Vuk would like to try and get a glimpse of the ossuary, or see if there is a direction which the ossuary might be in. Given
you found that, you can see a building where you think you see a lot of skull imagery around it. You go, oh, maybe that's connected. It looks to be in a slightly less busy part of the market for some reason or another.
Well, that was yes. So that was the thing. It's trying to sort of get a thing on where the supposedly not very nice people who populate the ossuary are.
You don't see anyone else wearing armor like you.
That's what and therefore it's the thing of having been told that the cloak is probably a good idea. It's now seeing because there is that aspect to this place that there are. It's seeing where the unacceptable elements are and trying not to mix with them too much, I guess, or trying to stay away from them as well to not be mistaken for them.
Unacceptable's a bit strong, but sure.
Sorry. Yes.
Yeah. You notice all of that.
Cool.
Anyone else looking at things or?
No. Meanwhile, literally just has the sweet one on one side, the savory one on the other side, taking a bite and going, "Oh, which one's your favorite?"
Literally all of them. They taste incredible.
Cleo?
Cleo is keeping an eye. Well, would love to find any form of dragon imagery, but is assuming that's not going to happen.
Interesting. Roll me a perception check.
But also, more generally, wants to keep an eye open for any kind of threat, anyone who's giving Vuk the evils, just any. She has hackles, they are raised.
Sure.
16 plus. Dirty 20.
Ooh, nice. I'll give you both in one roll. No one is paying Vuk any heed. The cloak has taken away the initial, oh god, there's a person wearing deathless armor, even if it is bling. That's clearly not a thing. A huge person wearing a cloak, you see 50. It's not a problem. And people clearly don't look at a person in a cloak and go, who's under the cloak? They just go, cool, person in cloak, whatever. And a lot of that vibe. You do also, you note, as described before, there are plenty of people who are clearly dead. Who are clearly zombified, walking around and appear to be fine and are talking to their friends and interacting with people. It appears to be sort of part and parcel with how people sort of expect the world to be. So no one's giving up the evils anymore. All of that aspect of it with the cloak is completely covered and dealt with.
Sweet.
Because it's a very nice cloak and it fastens at the front and therefore it does cover all of the armor very respectfully and very.
Oh, that was what I was going to do.
Does he have a clasp?
Just see the smiley faces poking out at the bottom.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a solitary dick poking at the top. It's got also a bubble clasp, but you know one of those ones where you pull it over and tighten?
Yeah.
No symbol on it, just a little bubble.
Just a little.
In terms of dragon imagery, this is an interesting question. You don't see any obvious dragon imagery at first.
Ooh.
If you scan around you, you will occasionally see a ring with a draconic aspect. You will occasionally see a brooch with a draconic look to it on people. It's very rare. So much so that you would probably focus on the people who have these, are wearing these things, then go, oh look, there's 4 or 5 of them. If you look for 10 minutes, you'll see 1 or 2.
Okay.
Gotcha.
The people who wear them tend to be wearing quite nice robes, quite wealthy.
Interesting.
They tend to be in small groups or by themselves. You wouldn't know enough about this.
Handshakes.
No, not
Mason.
No, they tend to not really be communicating much. They tend to just be walking around. Often they're going somewhere with purpose. They're not idling.
Nice.
Would Cleo be able to tell is it the secret Mason handshake? There's definitely, this is a tiny symbol of some actual important thing, or more of it's a sort of edgy status symbol to wear a sign of the world destroyers to show
Dragon Edge Lord, yeah.
Alpha. Where
you rolled a 20. They look a bit too rich.
20.
They look a bit too rich to give a shit about the latter.
Okay.
Nice.
Heading sort of the same direction.
It was a 20. Ooh. Because it's only 2 or 3. It's not many people. Not specifically, no. Not. You couldn't tell from here if they're all heading in the same way because they're too disparate.
Can I, as the day goes on,
Yes.
just be continuing to keep an eye out for any dragon symbols and see if I can gauge any particular destinations they're off to.
As the evening goes on, you're in early evening now.
Yes, of course, as the evening goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Did you tell us about the dragon interest?
Sort of mentioned that I had dreams from maybe a world destroyer, and then Prif said that maybe that was a dragon that might be a super bad thing.
Right. Also, when we were learning,
sort of went,
when we were first learning about on the ship, Cleo kept going, "But what about dragons? Are there dragons?"
Fair enough.
I think you're aware that Cleo's got something going on with dragon stuff that may or may not be totally awful, but Cleo's also not going around going to every human that you meet, "Oh my god, dragons! Oh my god!" Like, it's not quite that bad yet. On the list of things to deal with later.
Ever-growing list of things to deal with later.
Oh yes.
As if either of you are enjoying your baked goods. Anyone else looking out for anything? Or anyone discussing what you want to do, where you want to go?
I'm guessing that none of you want to come to the bibliothèque, given the encounter with the previous wizard, and all of you seemed very dismissive and rude.
No, I would be interested in coming and seeing what was there. I would keep you company.
I mean, the wizard kept agreeing that we were little dum-dums, but I kept saying we were little dum-dums.
We told the wizard we were stupid as part of our strategy.
And they believed us because they were terrible. We don't think all wizards are terrible, Astle, and we don't think you're terrible, just that particular wizard was terrible.
I feel like if I want to make connections with wizards, having the three of you stood behind me going, is probably not the best.
We don't have to be rude about their silly little hat. But
I'm perfectly keen not to be. I don't remember being, well, maybe.
Would you prefer to go on your own?
Oh boy.
You go on your own, Astor.
That'd be fine.
No, what if they're like really mean?
What, like the last one was?
No, he wasn't mean. He was just incompetent.
I would be very happy to accompany you as an interested party who will not insult people.
We could just be really quiet behind you and let you do everything and keep our faces very impassive. And then you could give us a signal if you thought they were too mean, and then suddenly we'd insult their shoes.
Or do what Vuck just did and try and rip their heart out.
No, just...
I'm tempted by that, Cleo, just because I really want to see it. I feel like it might be interesting. They might know some stuff, and probably worth asking. I mean, we should ask. Someone needs to go to the temple as well, right?
I think Haps wanted to sort of do that on his own.
Yeah.
I think.
Although Haps,
Haps said that we could go speak to the high priest.
Yes.
Haps did really want us to go to the temple.
Did want us to go to the temple.
Priest didn't want us to go to the ossuary,
which kind of makes sense.
I mean, if Astor really wants to go to the bibliothèque and really doesn't want to go to the temple, we could go in 2 groups. I'm happy to go to a temple. Maybe someone who's better at talking should come with me.
I wouldn't put myself as the best talker. I'm very happy to be support.
Muslim also has religious trauma, so...
Oh, religious trauma.
If it's not parental trauma, it's religious trauma. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons.
Why don't I take Uslam and Vuk and you take Etelus? Because Etelus is really good at talking to people as well.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, yes. Canonically, yes.
What you ought to envision the wonderful image of a shirtless, shorts-wearing person being going, "Hi, I'm the stalker," into a church.
Well, okay, I am shirtless, but I am wearing something covering the top half, sort of.
Like a
like a cowl thing. Yeah. I mean, there's enough leather there that sort of covers my body for it to count as leather armor.
Oh, that's true. You do have the defense.
That is canonically accurate. With some straps. Right.
Ooh, that's what I should get. I should get a harness.
Yes.
There are places you can get a harness.
Get different harnesses and just be like,
hey, friends, of course there's a place you can get a harness in the markets if that's what you're looking for.
Let's do that.
It's like, how can I wear less whilst not sacrificing the armor?
Beautiful.
This one has studs. That's +1.
If you want to find a studded harness that would have the stats of studded leather armor, that is correct.
Sexy and protective.
Absolutely.
Cool. Apart from looking for a bondage shop, what else are people looking for?
I think Etlus and Vuk might be able to help with this. I think I might need to go to an apothecary or something because of the medical kit. I like to find herbs, and it's useful to have potions and like. To be honest, I'm more used to like seeing it when it's all ground up, and if I look at it, I don't know the difference between. Yeah, like, is that willow? Is that
Yeah. Let's go.
That shepherd's purse, but
Oh, nice shepherd's purse.
Yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't mind going. Restocking.
Okay.
Also, we need to think if we need anything else for the ship.
That is true.
I think that's the thing we probably ask Priff and Hap.
Yeah, rather than just turning up with a new board game.
I kind of.
Oh, we should get a new board game though.
You want
a hat?
Are you trying to get a pointy hat with stars on? Or were you jealous of the rats?
No, I've got a hat in mind, but it depends whether anyone here sells hats like that. But I don't want a pointy hat because that's just really like cliche and rubbish.
Yeah.
What sort of hat do you? Is it a wizard hat?
Well, if I wear it, it's a wizard hat, right?
Fair.
Or whatever you wear.
Every hat you wear is a wizard hat. True.
Yes.
Yeah. Go on.
I didn't. If anyone sees any hat shops, you could just let me know, and then I'll maybe buy a hat.
Oh, look, there's a hat shop not too far away. Like 4 or 5 stalls across the way you can see. Hang on, need a name for a hat shop. Need a name for a hat shop.
Yeah. Just sort of go. Do you want a hat like that one? It has a propeller.
All right, I'm taking this one. I like it. You see a hat shop. It sells a variety of different things, but mostly hats. And it's called So Nice, but so is spelled S-E.
No.
You're losing. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's fine. Let's go over to this. What was it? So nice.
So nice.
So nice.
It's mostly like sort of lovely felt cloth caps and...
Right, but do they have any shakos? Because that's what I want.
What a shako. You want a Prussian military hat?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm going to say that this shop called So Nice clearly doesn't sell military... You're looking for military garb, looking like a military store, like a military outlet store.
Just a shako. I don't care about the rest of it.
It's a very specific kind of look, Em.
I am embarrassed to say I had no idea what a shako was before you just brought it up, and this is my new favorite thing.
Google it; they're amazing. They're really cool.
Oh, I'm right there. It's great. This is definitely happening.
None of these ones are quite tall enough for what I was thinking. I mean, I don't want a pointy one, but I feel like kite is the.
Do you ask the shopkeeper?
Do you know anywhere? It feels rude to. Do you know anywhere else that sells hats that may be just a bit higher?
like a top hat or something similar?
I guess so. But without the brim.
A top hat without like a fez?
No, a fez is very culturally inappropriate for me to wear.
Doctor Who got away with it, says the shopkeep. Right. Are you looking? Is it something like a more military cut, something like that?
I have no idea. I just want a tall hat.
Okay, well, there's a couple of different outfitters on the lower level that specialize in hats. If you want something that's a bit more militaristic, then there's I think it's called a military fashion store, but it's kind of a second-hand store that often has
a surplus shop.
Sorry,
military surplus.
Sort of. It's a bit trendier than that.
Oh. That sounds good. Let's go there. What's that?
They serve coffee. Is that
Do you have military?
We don't, no, but people have sort of from before times outfits that have survived, and there are certain looks that people like that look at kind of lapels and that sort of thing. It's not what we do here at all. This is all very much
practical.
They're lovely.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just want something a bit taller.
That's totally fine. No, we're in the same collective. It's fine.
Oh yeah. Okay. Collectives. Yeah, we understand that.
Same family, so we like to support each other. It's fine.
So you're like cousins?
Like presents?
Cousins?
Cousins. No. Family. No, not like that. It's we're all part of the Devanines.
Devanines.
Help us with our. Basically, we're part of. We're bought and owned, but therefore any money we make is given back. So they help us with import and export.
This is interesting.
Is it, Chris, is it giving off a bit like Mafia-esque vibes?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Roll me an insight check.
Me?
Yes, you asked the question. Ed, stop rolling for things you didn't ask.
I rolled a natural 20, which makes it a...
Didn't need me then.
It's not said sotto voce. It's not said as like an, ixnay on the, like, it's not that at all. It's very much like matter of fact stated as this is a good thing because it means that everyone gets better service. Like it seems to be like a genuine positive that they're quite proud of, that they're working for this quite rich family.
Cool.
Well, you're looking, they're called, I haven't got a name for them. Haven't got a name for a military outlet store. It's very specific. I don't want to pun. There's too many puns.
You've been going so well so far.
Like, I want to suggest something, but my brain is like...
Yeah, mine's in the same place.
Second hand cannons.
Like a trendy clothes store, like an Urban Outfitters kind of thing, but
Beyond Retro is an
that is a real one. Where I go shopping.
Name it after an animal or something. Like,
let's just call it Retro. It's down. It's called Retro. It's called Retro.
Retro.
It's about one floor down. You can't miss it. It's got another one of the glowing signs.
Is it part of the retro, as in with a W on the end?
No, it's not.
No.
How?
Shut up!
That gets hate, doesn't it? That gets hate. Out of everything that we've done. Fine.
We just take the donuts out of your hand. You're like,
no, not anymore. Fine.
How do you do the sign thing?
Oh, it's magic. It's it just it lights up the like your hair. Once the
That's not a light. When it wasn't attached, that wasn't like a light though. Like the light's me.
Well, magic light has shone through it, and then it reflects
cool.
out of it. Yeah, it's like the thing in your.
Who makes it? It's like a person.
Sorry.
It's like a person who makes them.
Yes, there are people who specialize in sign making.
Where would one find one of those people?
Well, there's sign makers shops. There's none none run by the family, but there are sign makers shops around. Mostly they'll have some kind of magical interests. Like there's the places that sell fireworks and that sort of thing, and they'll be connected to that.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. If you're looking, I mean, you'll be able to hear those ones.
Where would I find the bibliothèque?
Oh.
No.
Oh. Well, it's not in the inner ring, obviously. I mean,
obviously,
you can. If you head through the southern underpass, then there is signage to get there. Although you probably want to fly there, I presume it's connected to the outside. It's one of the attached rocks.
Oh right.
Because all wizards can fly, obviously.
Obviously,
yeah.
Highly trained wizards, obviously.
Sorry?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all wizards.
Yeah.
The total conversation has gone from I'm super helpful, I want to help you guys, this seems great, to like fucking wizards, like in almost immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up with the wizard hate in this world?
Yeah.
Did the wizards do something to you?
What?
You don't seem to like them.
Well, there's a reason that we asked them, that the council asked them all to put their rock outside of the city proper. There were a couple of different places they used to hang out, but they all got blown up or vanished or disintegrated or heaven knows what else, and we all went, well, it's not very safe, is it?
Wow.
Interesting.
Do you not have wizards who don't just blow things up all the time? Astel says, as someone who blows things up all the time.
If we'd ever met them.
Oh.
If I haven't met many wizards. It's not that common.
Because they all blow each other up.
Presumably.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I shouldn't go to the bibliothèque.
It sounds much more interesting.
I mean, we are dealing with a world that very much got blown up, so maybe Oh god, maybe the wizards blew the world up.
We know it wasn't the wizards, though. Wait,
Do we?
It was
Yeah, it was dragons.
We've been told
fair
multiple
point.
different times.
Unless the wizards killed God, which is entirely possible.
It seems like the sort of thing a wizard would do.
Where you're from, because you're all from fucking Faerun, where you're from, it seems incredibly likely, if not like the most obvious way it could have happened, because it's historically happened before.
What else does this shop have?
It's mostly hats, but it's mostly felt. So it's like soft caps, shawls again, like gloves, like more intricate work than the other store. And cheaper, clearly. Like not like crap, just like not quite as like super high end insanity. It's called So Nice. It's meant to be chill.
I mean, do you still want to go look for the hat? Do you want to go to?
I do.
Let's go and find the other hat.
I feel like it could add a bit of,
Authority?
Something.
Actually,
Shaco authority. It's a big thing.
Yeah, maybe it's not a bad idea to not look like a wizard in this.
Well, I won't
this
look like a
place.
wizard because I'll have like a big hat on.
Yes.
Exactly.
People will pay attention, but not in the wrong way.
This might be a very strange thing to point out. I don't know what you all think a wizard looks like.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, we just have that.
Yeah.
You haven't seen a huge number of people that look like what you would describe as a stereotypical wizard. Like people walking around with staffs and hats and big beards, and not much of that.
Yeah, but we've been told that they don't come round here.
I think those of you're all smart enough, bar maybe Cleo, so Rebecca...
Excuse me, Cleo's intelligence is 14.
Cleo's the second
Atlas,
smartest.
sorry. It's charisma, my bad. Maybe bar Atlas. You get the sense that if someone is a wizard or a practitioner of magic, they probably don't highlight it or show it otherwise because people tend to think of wizards as anarchic nightmares.
Also, most people here look like animals. So, yeah, go on.
What, you kind of a fox wizard? Come on now.
Nightmare. Do you think I'm going to blow people like in a bad way? Like I don't think I've been blowing people up in a bad way.
No, but it is fun when you blow stuff up.
Yeah.
You try and collect killer goo in a tin that then we blew up, so that made up. On the whole, no, actually, you haven't. I mean, you have threatened to do science on us a few times, but that hasn't. You haven't dissected any of us, so that's a good step.
You did also abandon us in a fight to do science instead, twice.
Once.
I don't know, like...
Oh, it is useful science, and, you weren't that good in the fight, so it's okay.
Oh my goodness!
Is that
No,
nice slapping.
I don't think you're going to blow anything up, Astel.
I might blow Cleo up now.
You wouldn't be the first person who'd wanted to. That would be fair.
I'll wait a little bit.
Okay.
Which is a really wizardy thing to say. Wizards are very good at planning and waiting and get my revenge in like 50
and holding
years.
grudges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you're having this discussion, presumably going down a level to get to retro, you will notice as you go that there is a smallish cart, no big flashing sign, just a small cloth across the top of it that just says a stitch in time on it in quite nice writing.
Oh. That's not bad. Let's have a
look. Yeah, what are they selling?
Hats.
Medical supplies.
Oh, perfect.
It could have been sewing.
I know it could have been so many things.
Yeah.
Maybe the name should have been more clearer. But
yeah,
you get the faint whiff of like medicinal herbs and that sort of thing. This is a cart with an awning that comes out relatively far, and like once we step inside, like all of the sound of the outside just goes down quite significantly because it's just covered and. Inside there is a small figure sat on a stool in the back behind a kind of small table. They appear to be writing things down in front of them and just sort of tapping the table. They'll look up and see you, kind of fox-like features, and they will just sort of wave politely and then go back to what they're doing.
Hello.
Hello. I'm interested in restocking some medical supplies. A healer's kit.
Sure, help yourself.
Just okay. I assume it's just jars of stuff.
I think some advice is probably what we're looking for. Some of us aren't very good at this.
Oh. Oh, okay. They'll get up and walk around the table. They're quite short. Can I see your healer's kit?
Reach into it. Hand over. I don't think I've ever described it. So it's like a leather pack. On the front, there is a needle surrounded by fire. So hand it over.
Nice.
We'll open it. Does it still have "You're a big clever boy" stickers plastered inside?
Yep.
Go through. Is this for an infant?
Yes, it's for a brave little boy.
That's nice. That's really nice. Good to learn how to look after oneself at a young age.
Yes, it's very, very important when he's
Never
out
forget
in the
those lessons.
Yeah, big
I
wide
think
world.
that's a little unfair. We all want to be called a clever boy at some point.
Well, I don't.
Eh. I don't sure. Like, I don't really know what I said back, but I mean,
Again, I look at Etulus like going, do I need to call Etulus a clever boy? Before we go to bed, I'm like, you're a clever boy. Good night. Strange as vibes.
I mean, they will ask you, what sort of scrapes they get into? Because I can make sure I put more things in for, like, small children's play, like things like that.
Sort of general scrapes,
play fighting,
animal attacks,
interaction,
fire. I'm just trying to remember all the terrible things that have happened to Islam. I mean, they're getting a bit older, so like. General adventures.
It's for us.
I'm the boy. I'm the big brave boy. My mother was very protective and thought some supportive stickers would help. I did fix a ship using one of those. Sorry for the just general healing. Thank you kindly.
They will smile, pat you on the arm, they can't reach shoulder, and will say, leave it with me, and we'll then start pottering around the shop and start putting various things into it to create a fulsome healing kit.
Thank you.
Right.
They'll come back, bring it all back, and give it back to you. Do you open it?
Go on.
Yeah.
Where the little sticker plasters were, there are more that are similar but not the same. Like, they don't quite have the in-universe equivalent of, like, brave little boy stickers, but there's, like, the kind of plasters you would give a child with, like, animals on them, or, like, there's very definitely, like, the kind of things that you would give small children to go, it's fine, you're not actually that badly hurt, you're all good.
I imagine there's lots of jellyfish motifs.
Just cover up a stab wound with a lovely little spoil.
This is what I'm loving, that we're going to be attacked by these monsters, and I'm just like, quick, a happy fox!
Exactly.
It's quite a lot of fox symbology, probably because it's some kind of store thing. There are also quite a lot, as Ed said, jellyfish symbology, that's correct, there's a lot of that sort of thing. But they just fill it, give it back to you and go, well, your mother was very kind. I hope I can continue the tradition.
That's very kind of you. Yes, thank you. Slight pause, because I'm like, do I pay for this, or is this part of the stipend, or...
Do you say, do I pay for this as part of the stipend?
If Asta's got to say anything before I kind of like... no, this is incredibly kind. Sorry, we're travellers. Does this get covered by the stipend, or...
Oh, no. Sorry, basic medical care is covered by the stipend, but I'm not part of that family's activities, no, you do pay for this. Is that all right?
Oh, absolutely. No, I didn't want to be, the person who's like, you've been so kind, and then just to walk out of your store.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. What do I owe?
A couple of silver should do the trick fine.
Okay.
Nice.
Do we all just look at Cleo?
Uhlen is diving into his pack, but so just like, because he hasn't had to use money in like weeks, and it's like,
do you have money?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have Well, on my sheet, I've got about 5 gold.
Fine.
So
no problem.
If Uhlen is doing any sort of slightly stressed rooting down pockets, Cleo will just be like a handful of gold.
Place.
Like, is this...
Nice.
Once again, the eyes will widen. like, no,
that'll be fine.
Would you be in the market for something a bit stronger? We do sell healing potions.
Oh.
As we all look up, we're like,
sounds good.
Yep.
I mean, that would be really helpful because, like, in the last fight, it was just me and Etelus, and, like, I can heal, but I'm not great at healing. And, like, the 3 of you were unconscious, and it was really stressful.
Yes. That was very stressful.
But then who healed me if we were all unconscious at the
Oh,
We've
it was
had
a
this
situation
conversation.
that,
You sort of bounced back to life.
It was amazing.
Right. I still don't. Okay. Yes, we would like some healing potions, please.
I'll be very happy to help, of course. What sort of thing are you looking for? We have some very powerful ones that can do quite a lot of work, but they tend to come a lot more expensive than than some of the cheaper ones we have on offer as well.
Should we take one normal one each so that we can not be dead, but then the rest of it?
That's a good plan.
Having a backup's not a bad idea.
How much money do you have? I don't want to make any presumptions here, but
Chris, I've been operating that Cleo essentially has limitless money because she's literally made of diamonds, but and came from a diamond mine and was a princess.
I would allow that you have about 5,000 gold's worth of just stuff floating around.
This works.
That's walking around money. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Right.
Oh dear.
If you show them all the money that you have,
Don't do that.
Do that. I'm really naive and don't know how the world works. I don't think I would show them all the money I have.
So I'm trying to get a sense of how much things cost. Hang on.
I was going to say, how much is basic potions?
Well, I don't know how much money you have, looking at the fistful of gold you're holding out, but
just tell us how much one normal healing potion is.
I could
doesn't matter how much money I have.
I could give you some of our regular healing potions. These are ones I make. They're pretty much 10 a penny, so they'll come at 50 gold.
I thought you just said they were 10 a copper.
Yeah, exactly.
As in they're not expensive. They are the cheapest ones we made. I'm sorry, it was a turn of phrase.
10 for a copper.
No, that is just a turn of phrase.
Should be careful with what you say.
You are correct. I should.
Could I get 5 of those, please?
All right, so that is
5?
That'll be 250 gold pieces. That's more money than most of you have ever really seen before. All right. If you want something stronger, I do have some greater healing potions, but they do go up to like 500 gold apiece.
I mean, Uhlen and Vuk, you're the ones who have to spend magic. What do you think?
I think
I do.
Yeah,
no,
my magic.
You said that you didn't, or you wouldn't, or only as a last resort.
I only once per day. Also, it's not Uhlen, it's Etelus who heals us.
Sorry, Etelus, I knew that.
I have a healer's kit now.
It's just the good berries, and that's fine. I think one of these for now is probably fine. I think when we talk to Prif and Hap late tomorrow, we can ask them if we need more, or if there's like a ship store.
One per.
We might have made some money from delivering the shipment, so we don't know.
I hand them out, so you all have one each.
Hooray!
Hooray!
It's a lesser. Is that a lesser?
It's the common one, potion of healing.
So that's the
2d4 plus 2. Yeah, it's not a lot.
Potion of healing.
It's something.
The bottles are they're vials, thin vials. So it's just a quick swig gulp. There is writing on the side of them that just says basically healing.
2d4 plus 2.
It doesn't say that. So obviously, it doesn't say the numbers on it. Jesus, they're quite nice. Like the writing on the, it has sort of like small swirly designs on it. Like it's very artfully made.
Hooray!
Amazing.
Like, so someone who puts a lot of effort into making things look nice.
Yes.
Does have the name of the store on it as well.
Yeah. And a family crest that you. Oh, what family crest would it be? It would be. Oh, the long one. Amalanchier. Amalanchier.
Fair enough.
Amalanchier. Right.
Yes, that's the family I work for.
Is it a family of? Because as I said, we're new. Is this like the healers or the potion?
Families don't tend to have specific areas that they work in. They tend to mix and match a little bit. Amalanchier is one of the newer, smaller houses. Very, very go-getting.
Oh, amazing! Thank you. Well,
good.
Happy to come and support.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Well, if you ever need anything of the kind, Stitch in Time saves 9.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just anything else? Potions, healing, peppermint. Just.
I don't
I
sell
feel like I
peppermints.
need something to.
It's good for toothache.
Is it?
Mm.
I know that.
Just brush your teeth like a regular person.
Rude.
Just chew on a twig and rub it on your teeth and then spit it out.
I think the Aztecs would set fire to. Yeah, they'd put fire in their mouth and burn the gums, and they're like, "That's good." It's like constantly taste of burning. Anyway, with that note, goodbye. Goodbye, my fox friend. Right. Okay.
I think I need something to put this in. I think.
Oh my
Doesn't
goodness! Yeah, we
really
need to.
fit in my
Do you
shorts.
not have pockets? Oh no, they're very.
Very
Full
short.
of clothes.
They're a little bit. They're a little bit full.
Maybe you can get like a sort of strap thing with like a pocket on it.
Sort of bandolier. If we're going. If we're going
Yes.
to the. Yeah.
Yes.
Bandolier shopping.
Got his shirt.
Well, if we're going to the surplus store, they might have
yes.
like.
Very
I don't
likely.
know, utility belts or.
Utility belts, yeah.
You're going to force me to make a bondage shop, aren't you? That's just a thing that I have to do now.
Look, we've done the sex
have to be
talk,
bonded.
and now we're going to take
Harnesses aren't
Cleo
always
into a
for
sex shop.
bondage.
They're fashion now.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Oh, yeah.
You can wear a
Yeah.
harness out in the streets.
Out in the streets.
Totally fine. Up ahead of you, you can see the sign for Retro, and you can see why they said it was easy to notice, because it is clearly one of the larger stores, and also one of the stores that clearly sits around, doesn't move very much. It's near the back, but therefore the light shines a bit brighter because it's got less well lit. And you can see there's quite a large space you can head into if you want to.
Do they have shakos?
I mean, you haven't entered the store yet. I can't tell you.
Presumably we're going in this. I mean, we have to like we're going to walk through the door now, Chris.
Yes.
You have opened the door.
It's not got a cart style structure at all. If anything, it looks like a tent that moves. And the opening of it, once you step inside, there are rails of clothes that are too high, and they surround the entire space. They cut through the entire space. Like, there are so many clothes in here, and it's all got that kind of slight militaristic vibe that we're all aware of. Like, it's and a lot of them are the same with like various embellishments and things on them. It's very trendy. There's a lot of people walking around. People walking around here, everyone's like, "Oh my god, look at that one! That one's so good!" Like, it's that kind of vibe of person around this space.
No, it's so well.
Go really well with my hat.
All hats, big military hats.
If you move through, there is a section at the back which is all hats, and you can see something that looks like a Prussian shako for reasons best known to you, Em.
I wanted one at the start. You vetoed it.
It was particularly.
It looks great on
awesome.
the mini. I'm very excited.
So maybe don't start with a shako, because what I said is maybe don't start with a shako.
It's been 13 episodes.
Yeah,
and
fine.
now TikTok, it's hat o'clock.
TikTok, it's hat o'clock.
What colour would you like it to be in?
Green and gold.
Green and gold.
Like green felt with gold trim braid stuff. Probably slightly too ostentatious, but you know.
If anything, it's got somewhat of a pride of place, because most military hats aren't that ostentatious. So there's like a couple of front rows of like smaller scale things and almost helmet style things. And then as you go further and further back, you get into these like Admiralty wides and that sort of thing, and tricorns. And there's this rather beautiful green and gold shako perched on the back.
Green and gold, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
you can
God,
all
that actually
choose
looks
whether
really
it
good.
suits us.
I think it looks amazing.
No, that really suits
I think it
them.
works very well.
It adds like a foot, like it's huge.
Is it Astle now as tall as me? No.
This works.
Would someone lend me some money, please? I can pay you back.
How much is it?
I have no idea.
You want it now.
Just I will hand over a pouch of a lot of gold. Be like, take that and then just give it back when you've got the thing.
A figure steps over, looking more humanoid than you've noticed, than you've seen recently, with a faint glow like Aslanus goes, "You look so good at that. That's amazing."
No, right?
Most people can't pull that kind of look off, but you're just nailing it. It's really good.
It goes with the cloak. It's just like
it goes with the glow too, because the gold catches it. It's just great. It's so good.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yes.
I would just choose to believe it if it's written.
I fully believes it.
Well, and also, even if it's not true, I don't think there's anything in the head which is making out. It's just emptiness in there. That's all there is.
What did you roll, Lola?
It's an 11.
11. It seems pretty genuine.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, can I acquire this, please?
Sure. I mean, do you want the coat that goes with it?
You do. Come on.
I will look at the coat that goes with it.
There's a full outfit. Here, let me show you. And you go to a nearby and pull down golden green. Yeah, a golden green hussar jacket. So it's got the it's like what Freddie Mercury wears. It's got the sort of like buttons across the front and like flares down the side. The trousers have the same thing on the side of them as well. It's very ostentatious, but it does look amaze.
What do you think, team? Is it
totally?
Do you want to try them on? There's a changing room over there.
Go.
Well, do we need smarter clothes for when we go see the merchants tomorrow?
You going to see the merchants?
Potentially.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
we've
really
been
cool.
Invited.
They said we didn't need to dress differently.
Oh, you don't? No, there's not like a dress code or anything, but the more cool you look, the more they're going to fucking respect you. No.
Oh.
I think I'm going to try on the coat, but not the trousers, with my cape.
What?
No.
With
sure.
cape.
I have a shoulder cape.
Yeah.
You take the shoulder cape off?
No, the shoulder cape's going over the top.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, yes. Enjoying this.
Astle looks...
Like Freddie Mercury.
No, Freddie Mercury didn't wear a shaka. And Freddie Mercury used to wear not very little under the hussar coat. But like Jimi Hendrix wore a hussar coat as well. This Astle looks quite ostentatious and garish, but having met the rat wizard recently, you get the sense that wizards either go down the really ostentatious route or the totally nondescript route in this sort of area. So Astle looks very cool.
Is it too much? I mean, I'm going to keep the other stuff, so I can always put it back on.
I mean, it's a good look. Again, it goes with the hat.
I was thinking maybe if I just like opened it a bit and took my shirt off, that'd be good. It's got yeah.
I think the trousers would be a bit much, but the jacket and the hat is amazing.
Without the trousers and plus the hat, there's kind of a vibe of like, made an effort, fuck it. Like,
like right up Astor Street.
I'm wearing like drain pipe leather trousers. It's still a vibe.
Yeah.
There's a vibe. It's queer. The vibe is queer.
I'm going out on a limb here. That updated mini is going to look ridiculously cool. All right.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I'm going to love this.
Engage with it now, audience. Good. Right.
You're amazing at sewing things. Can you make yourself this outfit?
When we go and see the merchants, that's all we
The issue is that Emma has very small shoulders, and therefore all jackets look weird. So that's just the problem.
It's the opposite.
That's why we have shoulder pads.
It's the opposite of the guy from Great Party Throwdown, where every jacket looks too small on him. He's a gorilla.
Yes.
You can get this hat and coat combo. You're more than welcome to.
I do want to.
I think it's a good plan.
Go for it.
Is anyone else?
Other people looking for other things? Or does anyone else fancy a look around the military surplus store?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, well, the bandolier or the baldric is going to be.
All right, if you want to ask about bandoliers or baldricks, the person who clearly either owns this place or helps run it is right here and is complimenting Astle on really cool choices, bro.
I think Atlas is just going to wander around and like if there's like a big tub of stuff, we'll rummage.
A big tub of stuff?
Yeah, just like, one of those carts that has the big wheels on the bottom.
Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That does make total sense. That's a good point.
Sure, you get through there's a tub of holsters.
Yeah, lovely.
My bow won't fit in that. It's fine. Is there maybe like
There are bow holsters.
rummage? Sorry,
There are bow holsters.
the thing.
Ooh.
Okay.
Suddenly.
Like, how is your bow currently attached to your back?
By Goodbreeze.
It's just kind of the string or like the bow thing is just kind of over my shoulder.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so it's not particularly well.
No, there's a lovely it's a shaped holster for a bow that it would slot into in the top, so you could pull it out very quickly, but it wouldn't fall out the bottom. And it's got a clasp strap over the top, so if you pull it hard enough, the clasp would just snap, so you could pull out. But then if you're sticking it back in, it would lock if you were climbing upside down or anything like that. It's quite nicely made. It's military made, so it's clearly made for it's made to be made. It's made by for making thousands of them, and it's clearly meant for people using bows in combat situations. It looks quite nicely made. It's got a little bit of worked detail in the strap and the back, but it's not gorgeous. It's very utilitarian.
Mm-hmm.
Still cool because I can add to it.
Mm-hmm. You presumably your quiver's going to be a quiver full of arrows that is either back or side held. I don't even know.
Side would make sense.
Yeah. I think it was probably side held.
Okay, that's fine. Well, you've still got your quiver. There are quivers, but they're not as nice as yours because yours is from home, obviously. If you're looking,
and maybe I'll be looking for other stuff. Yeah, sorry.
If you're looking for like other strappy things, like a bandolier, as you take a bandolier out, you will hear behind another figure going, I totally dig the not wearing a shirt vibe, but a bandolier will chafe.
Ooh. Ooh.
And behind you is another figure, also clearly works here.
What do I have to do to make it not... Oh, I could just oil it.
You could, yeah. I mean, if you want something that's more fitted, we've got like harnesses and stuff.
That could work.
Oiled.
Nice.
You said you wanted a harness job, for fuck's sake, people.
Great.
Hot and oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're mostly we've got a bunch of them. They're designed for like wearing underclothes, for strapping on swords and other things, but you could just wear it without clothes, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sounds good. Where would I find these?
Lola, what kind of harness would you like? I'm not au fait.
So I'm imagining that there's probably one that goes across the top,
yes,
like has straps going there, but it's detachable from like a ring at the center, and also can go into like sort of suspenders, so you can detach it from there.
Gotcha.
And it's lovely. Nice. And like it crosses over at the back, so I can pop this new a new bow bandolier like on top of it, and that will like just be holster, and that will kind of just attach in. And then I've got like this fun kind of convertible harness with this.
Do you want to keep the cloak, because you'd have to like cut holes in it to make space for everything?
So I will. So the little, it's not really a cloak, it's kind of just a cowl.
Yeah.
So what I'll probably do is that, I'll keep it, because then I can just kind of take it apart and like add little bits to this harness to make it still like things from home. Like I made the cowl.
You can probably sort of cut a hole out of the back of the cowl, so it doesn't cover your back at all, but therefore the harness is accessible for everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds great.
Is there a thing that has pouches?
Sure, what sort of thing are you looking for? What kind of pouches?
Probably like another one of these, but I just want to be like, I've got all kind of pull things out of their pockets and be like, I've got all this, and it's a bit, there's not really a lot of space in their pockets.
Well, a lot of these harnesses, they've got like attachments, so you can like fit more pieces onto them, so we can find you loads more. Like...
wide, yes.
Sure, there's, let me go and get you some.
I will follow.
You can have a harness covered in various pouches for various things, and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Utility harness.
I will follow and...
You know, if you want the full look on that, it does come with a like part of the outfit of the. I think it was group of people who did like woodland reconnaissance and stuff like that. It came with this hat, and we'll show you this. Like, it's a leather flat cap, but it's designed to have hair underneath, and so,
everyone's getting hats.
No, that's fine. I just want to make sure I offered it. 'Cause,
No, I think it would get in the way of my bark.
yeah, totally. Yeah, that's fine.
Totally.
Does anyone else want any more clothes?
Because I assume I'm wearing military gear anyway.
Your armor looks like semi-militaristic in its own vibe. Yeah, like it looks like combat armor.
I'm going to see if there's anything that kind of goes with it. Ideally, again, maybe a coat of some sort. Also being aware that I don't want anything that when I'm flying is going to like flap up and hit me. So, yeah, maybe a trench coat or something.
I don't want something that's going to flap up. Maybe a trench coat.
I'm not going to wear a cape. I'm not going to wear one. But also, just interested to see if there's anything that goes with the armor. You know.
Oh, this is interesting. Roll me a. Oh, it's just a random roll, Frank.
Investigation.
D100.
No. D100.
D100.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
The classic, like, how lucky are you today?
If you find the thing.
32.
Thank you.
Nice.
You don't see anything that's like the same vibe of this armor, which I will remind you, you picked up from the sanctuary, where it was a random piece of thing that was like from another world. So you start thinking maybe this isn't the kind of thing that exists in this world at all. Like this isn't from here. Although Sevet did have the thing that made it buzz. So what you see is that there are a lot of jackets designed for people with wings. They're open at the back. They have a bit like what we described with the cowl. They are open at the back, but they have sleeves in a front. And they're clearly designed for people who are flying, so they're quite short. They only go down to about like just above the waist. Again, slightly military cut to them. They can be various different kinds of brocades and styles, but generally speaking, they're just quite smart.
I suppose a smart jacket wouldn't go.
We're getting a very smart party. This is excellent.
I like to think I'm wearing a tie over the armour. I'm like, hello, I'm a businessman.
Oh, business bug.
Yes.
Yeah, you can find a small jacket. What are they called? The really small, low...
Boleros.
Bolero, thank you. You can find a bolero. That's absolutely fine.
Like a reverse.
Me and Emma looking like wings. We look like in like black blade or something. Just that sort of like, we're in a marching band now.
This is a very interesting band. I'm thinking, like, imagining every single one of us.
Yeah, exactly. With the looming book at the back with the hood coming.
Am I to presume that Cleo's going to pay for this?
This is going to start getting interesting after a while.
Yes.
It's like, Cleo, are you getting anything?
Don't know.
You should. You definitely should.
I've never really chosen what I wear before.
Makeover!
This is like the most... This is the ample opportunity.
Are we going to go for a Cleo makeover? Do you want this?
Let's find out.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Hooray!
Okay, I was about to call for a break and find a way of putting in the next plot point, but it seems like what we're going to do is have a break. Then after we come back from the break, we're going to she's all that Cleo.
We let her hair down and diamonds just fall out.
Right, see you all in 5, everyone. Bye.
Pick up your gear and open your chest. Throw on your armor and head out on a quest. Hey, hey. It's a brand new day. On the slow coast, your allies will help with blades and bows and magic as well. Hey, hey. Heroes on their way. Fighting together against overwhelming odds. Together in favor of multiple gods. Idle champions of the forgotten realms. Idle champions, adventure never ends. Idle champions, get your wallet there. Idle champions, you will say it again. Idle champions.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Hero Forge. Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. Hero Forge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of their collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive, cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. Playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum chest.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our wonderful supporters Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com. And welcome back. We were about to make over Cleo.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Are we not going to like weirdly force pressure Cleo to make over herself? I feel like that's the way it was going.
No, we are not.
That's horrible.
Rebecca is going to choose what she wants Cleo to look like. So it's all come from Rebecca. It's Rebecca's choice.
No, because Cleo was like, I've never chosen my own clothes. So presumably we're going to make Cleo choose her own clothes because
both
defeats
Rebecca,
the entire object.
Both Rebecca and Cleo would like some input.
Yes. Okay. Then in which case, if you're okay with it, what we'll do is after you've all said to Cleo,
very nice. Wizard.
Very good.
That's a wizard.
The tree. Yeah, that's true.
That's kind of what the rat person looked like.
Yeah.
In which case, where would you like to start? You all, Cleo said, I'd love let's have an outfit change. Why not? This sounds like fun. And you're all looking at this store full of military surplus gear.
Okay.
I mean, is military your vibe?
I mean, I like the coat, but the rest of it's a bit
over the top,
fighty. And I know I do the fighting, but
you don't have to encapsulate that entirely.
I'm not an army.
You're not an army
in and of yourself.
I mean, you kind of are like a one-woman army, but you know.
Thanks.
You never forget, you have a hammer.
I do, but I couldn't pull off the hat like Astel does, and I don't think I'd want to. That seems like Astel's thing.
It's a very cunning hat. Yeah, no, it's... But other hats are available.
You are surrounded by shop assistants who will clearly
exactly.
Are they kind of like
their outfits?
No, not so. They've been there to assist whenever they're needed. Like there's clearly about 4 or 5 of them just walk around this space offering assistance, but they don't pressure anybody. Unlike some of the other stores you've been in, they're not that pushy at all here.
What do you want? Do you want like a
gently upsell you?
Yeah. They just tell you how gorgeous you look, and you make the choice for yourself.
Yeah.
Yep, they tell you how gorgeous you are, and then you look, and then they're like, "Oh, you know what? That would make that even more gorgeous."
Yeah, exactly.
This jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, there's also the trousers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you want like loose and flowy, or do you want like tight and not flowy?
Be able to fight in it.
Hey?
So, like, I don't want to rip the elbows out every time I try and hit someone.
So something stretch.
Leather then?
I don't know.
Should we ask for help? Because
These are professionals.
You say you wanted help?
Yes.
Nice.
Good. Yes. Our friend here is hoping to have a bit of a makeover.
Oh, cool. What sort of vibe are you going for?
I like blue.
Cool. Do you want like you're currently wearing like trousers? Do you want like trousers or more of a skirt, more of a dress vibe?
Not a dress.
Okay, cool.
Lots of dresses. Not a fan of the dresses.
No problem.
Skirts are okay as long as they're like loose and I can kick people in them.
Righteous. Okay, well,
rock on, yeah.
Someone's saying I want something I can wear to kick people in. It's pretty righteous.
We're going to like a mosh pit or something. We're like, yeah.
This is why I suggested leather.
Oh.
We've got these there's this nice blue leather. They're like, they're relatively tight on, but if that's a bit much for you, then they do come with this kind of like, it's like a short-ish skirt over the top in the same material that sort of billows around side, but it's got some weight to it, so it doesn't draw too much.
No, the tight, maybe leather trousers, as long as they're flexible, right?
Oh yeah, completely. They're made for them. I mean, everything here is made for people fighting people, so it's all very much made for like moving around and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, do you
Have
want
like a jacket to go
like
with it?
Same material?
Leather, yeah.
Do you want it with like longer tails at the back, or like a longer trench coat style thing, or something a bit shorter?
Oh, I don't know. What would you recommend?
Tailcoat. Go with the tailcoat.
I mean, I wanted to wear a trench coat, but then I'd get tangled up. But
You're
trench coats.
about to be Trinity from the Matrix.
It's not shiny like it's not incredibly aggressive leather. It's more of that
incredibly aggressive leather. There's a
Matrix leather, that sort of shiny leather. It's not that. It's that sort of that matte leather where it's got some reflectiveness, but it's not too bold as brass.
Ooh.
Yeah. Again, a Disney princess in a long trench coat, and like, yeah, I kick people.
Because the biker jacket vibe was kind of great, but yeah, a not Trinity trench coat is pretty awesome.
We can do longer coats that aren't like all the way wrapped around at the front. Also, if you're kicking people, then you probably want to keep your legs a bit free. So
I'm mainly hitting them. I just like having the option of kicking.
Sure, totally. Well, they come with this armor set. Was the people who used it? They come with like shoulder and arm pads to make sure that you've got some kind of protection there as well.
I don't need armor.
No, okay.
It gets in the way.
Fine. Well, in terms of the coat, we can do something with longer tails at the back that shouldn't get in the way with anything you're doing, at the front with your feet and with your knees and that sort of thing. This one's got a nice, it's the same design as the trousers, but the coat's got a bit more fussiness to it. There's a bit more like the sleeves have a slight bit of drape to them. There's some working around the pockets and around the epaulets and that sort of thing, but it's not like ostentatious. It's very like stylish. Yeah, these were designed as their bodyguard outfits. They were designed to be worn as like going to a nice event, but still able to do all the things you need to do. There's also, as you can see, it turns the jacket round. There's a hole in the back for for your hammer, like for a clasp for some kind of weapon, so you could wear it with your hammer. Can I check out your hammer? It looks amazing.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's quite heavy, but yeah, of course.
Okay.
So you look very strong. Just it's good to warn people before you give them a very heavy weapon that they could drop on their foot.
Sure, totally. They will if you allow your hand the hammer, like, ooh, look at it and just go, This is incredible. Where is this from?
Oh, it was my family's. They gave it to me when I left home.
Where are you from?
Home.
Okay. They're like, I want to have more of a conversation, but you've given me nothing. Like that's like the vibe they're giving off. Yeah,
Sorry, it's quite a long way away. You won't have heard of it, but it sort of it was quite rural. It had lots of rocks. I like rocks, and then some streams and rivers and some trees. It was nice.
Hang on, I'm rolling the dice. Very important. Closed door makes that dice in. Where's my die? There it is. There we go. They'll look at it, look at you, look back at it. Cool. And hand it back.
Insight check, please.
Sure.
Ooh, 22.
They have noticed something about it. They've not said what it is and have given it back to you, but they've clearly gleaned some knowledge about something. Like, this isn't just an, oh, that's really nice, here you go. It's an, oh.
I recognize this.
Salmon skin roll. Like, there's some kind of, like, I know something on this.
Interesting.
Seen anything like this before?
Some of the design has a reminiscent quality of some stuff I've seen. Yeah.
In what way? Because I'm from quite a long way away, so I didn't expect any similarities here.
Their eyes will flick to whoever is around in a kind of... I think there is a vibe of, are these people kosher? Like, are these people, like, in? Are they okay?
Right.
As we're all wearing hats now.
Yeah.
How do you not trust us?
Have you taken a hat that I didn't know about, Tom? Has that happened?
Oh, someone's just now. He's not buying a hat, he's trying on hats.
Oh, as you would in a store like this, put all the hats on at least once to go, does it? No, but I love it.
Do I want to wear little goggles? I can see in the air, but.
Do we need to roll to look kosher?
I think what it is I'm not going to require rolls for this. I think what it is you can all decide at this point whether you're like, oh, there's something going on here and I wish to be involved, or I don't wish to be involved, or if you're just curious. Like, the look is very much one of a, can these people be trusted? And Cleo, they're also reading your reaction as to yes or no.
Astel has no wisdom whatsoever and is just going to stand there staring at everyone blankly. Did not read the situation in any way.
Can I be really charming about it?
You're doing that very well now.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, no, sorry, go for it.
I'm not going to actively charm them because that's rude. Let me just double check something.
Is it about whether wisdom or charisma applies to something now because of the... Yeah, I think it's all... I think it updates your sheet with that. I don't need to do anything about that.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, it just gives me a +3 to my persuade or charisma checks, basically. So, just straight charisma or persuasion?
What are you trying to imply with this roll?
We're great people.
I'm not sure you want to say we're great people.
No, it's more of a, like... We're cool. We're just...
Roll a we're cool check.
It's just as in, like...
We cool.
As in, like, we can be trusted.
Yeah. Roll a
and
we
we
cool
won't
check,
share everything without thinking about it.
Roll a we cool check, it's fine.
I can promise no such thing.
I know, right?
That's glowing in more intensely. Like, oh.
I can't see it because the dice is rolled behind the thing, but it's a 24.
Nice.
So,
all right, the eyes will flick to Atlas and go, yeah, cool. The main thing they're trying to get from you, Cleo, is are these people in? Are they...
Leo has no charisma, but she is very wise. She will kind of move, like, not in formation, but like, yes, this is my group, rather than we're going to step away.
That's fine.
Nice.
This is from the tumult, isn't it?
I couldn't possibly say.
Right on.
What do you... This is quite a shop with people in. Do you have like a You get breaks, right? If you have a job, do you have time? I could buy you a cup of tea, and
Cool. Yeah.
you could tell me things.
Sure.
Look at Tom's face.
Someone's going through a variety of, and is also baffled why he's feeling like this. He's like, what? Am I okay with this? Why would I not be okay with this? I'm wearing a cool hat.
But also the thing is that out of all of the players, the fact that Cleo managed to get a date from nowhere is just fascinating.
Clearly not a date.
Disney princess, what can I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll. Do you want to come back in like an hour, and then I'll be off work, and I can.
Yeah, should I, like, all of us, or?
It's up to you, really.
Okay.
But the podcast listeners,
Just that something like
there's devil eyes coming out.
Like, group date.
That's what everyone always wants.
Yeah. Cool. Well then, yeah, I'll chat to you later. Outfit looks great, by the way. Do you want to add a hat?
Is it bad if I say no? Sort of more used to like the tiara vibe and the hats, just a bit.
Well, we've got. Hang on a sec.
Tiara hats.
I was expecting that to end the conversation.
Please. They will come back with a. It's another. Like, these are all mannequin heads. This mannequin head is wearing. It looks a little bit like a sort of. It's a small metal band. It's definitely some form of tiara, but it's got like it glows magically slightly.
That's pretty cool.
This is. I mean, it's magical, so it's quite expensive. So we keep it in the back, but it does go with the outfit. It gives you a protection from stuff affecting your head.
Oh, how much is it?
That's like I can't let it go for like less than a couple thousand. Like it's
okay.
Pricey.
Yeah, okay. Should we get all of these other things, and then if I'm coming back later, I'll have a think about it and let you know.
Yeah, of course, totally fine.
Okay, so that's Astel's hat and jacket, and Uslam's hat, and
No. Just
Uslam takes off the tricorn.
and Etelus's.
Yeah, Etelis is just going to
leather.
come with this like straps and stuff that just is a pile that's slightly disorganized.
This is what I need.
Leather pile.
Look, were you getting anything?
No, I am encloaked. Thank you very much. I don't need anything.
Are you sure there is a variety of exciting hats, and they do seem very keen on us buying hats?
I agree, but I do not wish to draw any more attention to myself than I already am.
It's okay, we'll do that for you.
We all
I look
nodded
forward to
there.
it.
We're like, yeah.
I mean, there is still a penis on my shoulder.
Oh, when did that get there?
Who did that?
Love that you've noticed and just gone, yep, that's a thing now.
Yeah. What's happened?
Cool. Well, all of that altogether will be about 500 gold.
Okay.
Oh, that's so cool.
Thank you, Cleo.
Thanks, Cleo.
That's okay.
You will like
Etelis
this is
is
super
putting it on
pricey
now.
clothing. Yeah, this is super pricey clothing.
We need to find some way of making money that isn't just Cleo.
Lola, your harness and the design of it counts as studded leather now, so you can upgrade.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Astel and Cleo, these do not change your armor classes in any way, shape, or form. They're just pretty.
I can't wear armor.
Good.
And I just have a cute jacket. You know.
Oh, you're Valera,
social
yeah.
events.
It's just
yeah.
The armor underneath is still armor, so it's fine. As you're completing your shopping in this particular store and have organised a meeting for later, outside you will hear some shouting, and you will hear a voice shouting, "Bailiff! Bailiff!"
Oh, it's kicking off.
Book is going to run to the door to see if he can get eyes on the situation.
A small figure is darting between various stalls and tents and is being chased down by 3 figures in white. They are wearing, it's kind of roby at the bottom, but sort of more jerkin-like at the top. Right. And there's definitely some kind of armor underneath because there's a certain amount of like weight to their movement. They're also wearing, it's called a capo, isn't it? The kind of like skull cap, flat cap with a little brim.
Yeah.
And they are chasing after this small figure running between the stalls.
Can I do a perception check on the figure? What I want to figure out is who I think the good guys are in this, and therefore I want to see what the
Sure, roll me that perception check. Why not?
Okay. Because I've got an idea. I don't suppose smell is going to help me in any way. No, I understand.
No, 17. Not really. No.
17. No, yeah, I got you.
You've developed the magical power of smelling who's good and who's bad.
That's the hope. No, I do understand.
Very strange book about that.
Perfect.
Sorry. Yes.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
It's good. Yeah.
I love that book. 17.
17. This small figure looks to be relatively young and is clearly holding onto something in their hands and running away with it. And the 3 figures running behind appear to be just chasing after. It's very hard to define from that whether someone is stealing appropriately or not. They've not stolen something in an appropriate manner. Therefore, the shopkeepers asked for the bailiffs to come and sort it out. I think you can glean all of that. It's how law-abiding Vuk is as a person.
That's the thing. I think, unfortunately, Vuk is going to cast. Ooh, how much?
How much?
So when I'm just looking. I was. Okay, hang on.
What?
Sorry, I had a plan, but I realised it's probably going to kill everyone, which I think would be a shame.
Yeah, just cast Fireball.
No. I was going to try and slow people down, but then I realised that what my plan was would also hurt everyone. So,
don't forget, if you're doing any kind of damage in any game that I run, it's perfectly fine that the damage is to knock people unconscious, not kill them.
Or we could just not get on the wrong side of law enforcement the first day that we're here.
I'm not intending to, well, hang on.
I mean,
I kind of assumed
we could just ask how much it was and pay for it.
I cast Guiding Bolt. There we go.
To take out the thing. I don't want to do that.
To shreds, you say.
Yeah, exactly. And what is difficult terrain again? Is it just
slows down
everybody down?
Slows down movement.
Okay, so I'm going to... So how far away are they from me?
20 feet.
Oh, really? Okay. So Vuk is going to cast Spike Growth into the area just around sort of all of them, so that they all have to slow down, if you see what I mean.
Because they all have to slow down.
Well, but trying to aim it's reacting very fast, and so they're all going to be slowed down.
Are you aiming to slow down the figure running away, or the people running towards the figure?
Yes.
Yes.
You're going to slow everyone down.
Yes.
Why?
I understand. This is not necessarily a good idea.
Okay. How does your spiked growth appear? What is growing out of the floor and the walls, and what is slowing everyone down?
It is thick, knotted. What are they called? Vines. Not vines. But you know what I mean. Like it is sort of essentially a thicket, which is
brambles.
Exactly. Brambles. That's exactly what I'm looking for. About a foot high, just erupts from a 20-foot thing,
right.
And so
As you do this, what will happen is there's no saving throws, are there? It's just difficult terrain.
Well, that's the thing.
To move through it, I think.
When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
Yeah, exactly. So there's no saving throw, it just happens.
Yeah.
Cool. Then in which case, because the figure is less than a foot tall, as these brambles go up, they'll just vanish and into this mass of knotted brambles, while the figure's running as they're surrounded by brambles that are up to about their waists, to say.
My apologies. I think you've got him now. He's in the brambles.
One of the figures turn to you. Many thanks, and we'll start wading over towards the small figure. The small figure has stopped moving. It's just and one of the figures in white will reach down and pick up the small figure and lift them out of the brambles. You can drop them at any point you want. They've got him.
Yeah, exactly. So having cast it, I will then drop it because the effect has been achieved.
Yeah, they all start fading away, pulling back, and the bailiff is now holding this small figure, clearly a child. Goes, we've talked about this before. Sorry. All right. And the figure will take out a notebook and will start writing stuff in it while still holding onto this figure. The other two figures will sort of fan out slightly, like so making sure there's no one else around. One of them, these two figures will be quite near you and will go, thank you for the assist.
Worry not. I am happy to help always with law enforcement. Surely it is the thing that binds our societies together.
Splendid stuff. Thank you. The four of you can have come out by this point if you wish to.
No. I'm not being associated with Vuk at this point in time.
No, that's completely fair.
Good. Fair. The cops are here. Wow, look at these belts.
Did we have Vuk pegged for a thin blue line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. If everyone else is staying out of the way, then the figure holding the child will put them down, will go, now I'm going to make sure your parents know again, not the first time obviously, and it will get taken off your stipend. You know that. Which I was go, yeah, fine. Off you go now. And the child will sort of go away, kind of like, still got my thing, yeah, but with also kind of like, but I got found out. And we'll skid away between stores and we'll vanish. The figure will turn to you, Vuk, and step over. They're quite short. They're definitely shorter than you. Most people are shorter than you, but they're also, they're about the same height as us them used to be.
Oh, right.
They've got their features are relatively humanoid, big bushy beard. Their ears look slightly strange. Like they're almost like frilled or fronded or something like that.
Ooh, okay.
But as they walk over, they'll look up at you and, thank you very much for your assistance.
No problem. It was just a reaction which I thought was right.
What's your name?
My name is Barnabas.
Well, thank you, Barnabas. Much appreciated.
No problem.
If you want to swing by the bailiff's office at some point, I'm sure that the High Bailiff might be quite pleased to say hello and thank you.
Very well. Thank you. Very good. Very good to meet you. New here, so glad to have made a good impression.
We'll reach out a hand. Weetham Lawson.
Very good.
Should our paths cross again?
Excellent.
And they will nod. The other two will sort of look around and nod politely as well, and then all three of them will go about their business. They appear to be patrolling. They just walk in between the different stores, checking things out. They don't interact with many of the storekeepers. If they do, it's a friendly wave and a hello and a quick conversation. This clearly isn't a society where, like, the storekeepers are like, don't tell the cops anything. Like, they are clearly, respected to a certain extent. And there's a bit of chat back and forth.
Good. Okay.
Vuk, stop talking to the Rozzers. You can come out now.
So,
I think Vuk realised when no one else came out, he's like, okay, probably. Whoops.
Walk up, sort of like pat on the shoulder. So, crime is possible here. It doesn't seem the jellyfish takes away need.
Oh, I mean, it was a child having a go. Like, crime is a strong word.
Surely not a good way to start. Sorry, I didn't think.
Did you never steal anything as a kid, Vuk?
No. Why would?
Apples, eggs. Yes.
Yeah.
Swords.
Swords.
Very well.
Not anything valuable. Just for like the sort of just to see if I could.
You stole not because you needed things, but just for fun.
It's very boring when you live in a temple.
Yeah, no, I could imagine that. It was boring in the palace.
I'd go scrumping, you jump a fence, you run off with apples, the farmer throws things
What is wrong with you all?
I had a...
Lord.
Are you heading back towards your accommodation, or do you want to do more shopping?
Oh, well.
I think we're done with the shopping, aren't we?
Sure.
I hate to be a cliche, but is there a weapon shop? I'd like to upgrade my mace if I could.
How are you going to upgrade your mace? We've got no money.
We've got...
That's true.
Also, we need to be back here. Well, someone needs to be back here in an hour. So,
I will point out that if all maces are the same stat block, unless you are specifically looking. Also, because your mace is made of wood, you can shillelagh it. If you can't, if it was made of anything more, you couldn't be able to do that because shillelagh only affects wooden things.
Ah, that is a shame.
There are like magic weapons and that sort of thing, but with the best will in the world, my friend, you do not have the cash.
Well, yes, and I don't want. No, that's absolutely fair. Yeah. In which case, onward to returning to the house.
Now, are you all heading back to your accommodations? Clearly, you're going to swing back here by yourself. What's the vibe?
Is it too late to go to the bibliothèque today?
No.
Ooh. I'd be keen to come to the bibliothèque too.
Do you actually need to fly there? Is it completely separated?
No, I think that was either a jab at wizards, or it was like a. I guess most people do fly there. I mean, you could fly there.
I could fly there. It might be one of those things that they're like, hey, if you can't, but there's so many other winged creatures here. It's not like, hey, if you can't get up here, then you don't deserve to come in.
There must be ways to get there that aren't flying.
I told you you could go through one of the underpasses, and then there was signage.
Yes, you just need to follow the signs.
Do you all want to go to the bibliothèque? Is that what you want to do now? Because I mean, I can tell you it's never closed, but if you look around, it's not like you don't know that.
Yeah.
Up to you what you do. I'm just trying to get a sense of what you want and then how it would work in world.
I will go back to talk to that person, but it's just for something that's interesting for me. That sounds very boring for all of you. You definitely don't have to come. And if you want to go see the bibliothèque with all the wizards...
I also feel clear that it's a secret from that vibe, that maybe it's better that we don't all pile on if they've got...
Yeah, but I'll go with Cleo.
Okay.
So that you're not alone.
I don't mind
unless you
being alone.
want to be. But also, the bibliothèque sounds like it's a bit much.
Sounds like a bit much.
Oh, just a lot of people that are very about books.
Yeah, then you can come with me and we can not be about books. And yeah.
Cool.
So the two of you are going to sort of potter around here for an hour while the remaining three go to the bibliothèque?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Splitting the party is always a good idea.
Mm.
Hey, it's not like we planned it or anything.
Right. The three of you go to the bibliothèque. You can move, sorry, Tom, you're looking like you might not want to go.
I'll go to the book place.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
With Cleo.
You don't have to come.
No.
No one's got a gun to your back, Uslam. You've been behaving really strangely recently. Like you don't want to do anything. What's up?
All right, Mum.
This place is weird. Did you all agree to the jellyfish thing?
Yeah.
Was there a choice? It felt good. So I
just went with it.
Continue to feel good.
Sounds like a good plan.
As I said, I've had enough voices in my head trying to tell me what's good for me.
Was it rude about that?
It was sad. It's that sort of it was it didn't understand why I wouldn't want to have a sense of home. Yeah, okay.
Well,
it's sort of like slightly going, we don't need to talk about this, Asta, don't worry.
No,
it's fine. It's good. I like your hat.
You're allowed to not want a sense of home. If you don't want one.
No, exactly. That's
good.
Fine.
Yeah.
But home shouldn't frighten you. That would be a shame.
It's a little bit like Cleo was saying earlier, that home's not a good. You know, you grow up with people and then suddenly one bad thing happens to you and everyone turns on you, and to the extent that they either want to hang you, burn you, or throw you in a pond. I never was quite sure what they wanted to do to me, but it wasn't nice.
What if you reframe it? So instead of being home, it's like a sense of security.
Yes.
Security would be nice, but Oh, this is going to be a bit... security can lead to complacency, and I'm jittery. But no,
to see a therapist.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Do you feel like do you feel like you've been safe for the last little while?
No.
No! Have you not been with us, Vuk? No one's been safe.
That's true.
I mean, okay, secure with us, yes. I don't think that any of you are going to throw me into... But I'm on edge. I'm aware that people are looking at us. I'm wearing that, I'm aware that there are rules to this place that we don't know, which suddenly we inadvertently step over, and that's a problem. I also don't know what happens when people are like, oh, where are you from? That what are we supposed to say? Can we just say that... Because I thought everyone knew about the sink, but no, people don't know about other universes, and...
I think in most cases we could. It's just that the only reason I didn't with the wizard man was because I thought they might try and keep us in a box somewhere.
Oh, talking about being jittery, a very sensible idea. If you can lie your way out of a situation and not end up in a box, good.
Yeah.
Very true.
But so far we have. So, I know it could go wrong at any moment. But I think you could just tone it down slightly, maybe.
Oh, okay. I'll tone it down. Okay.
Do you need a hug?
Do you?
I understand that hugs are a good thing. Etelis has told me so.
Ooh, Urslan's, are you glowing at all?
Yeah, all the time now.
Urslan kind of straightens yeah, okay, a hug.
Okay, good. Whose arms go on top? Is it yours or mine?
Mine?
Okay.
Okay, just 1, 2, 3. Rook, do you also want to join this hug?
Yes, and then Rook is going to just swoop in and pick up everyone. Everyone's up in the air and being hugged.
As just in the middle of the road.
Walking through still in the thing. I think Etelis is like, oh, I feel like I'm missing something.
They wouldn't have a hug without me.
Try and get Cleo a hug, see what happens.
I held Astel's hand, we're taking baby steps.
Yeah. As the three of you do pass through the market, it's still loud, noisy. People don't pay you much mind anymore. You get the sense almost like the garish outfits and so on help you fit in. Some of them are a bit garish.
Oh, tastefully dressed.
Astel's are definitely garish.
Excuse me, mine is beautiful.
It's beautiful, but still garish. As you're making your way through, you can see that the underpass on the southern side, because you came through the one on the northern side, for sake of ease. The one on the southern side, you can see that the people are still streaming in and out and going different places around here. If you pass along it, as you get to the end of it, where the large dock was on the northern side, on this side, still a large dock, there's no ship set at the moment, but you also see a slightly janky, again, this neon-y sort of sign that says, what was it called? Hang on. List of these things.
That's what we're doing.
No, it's not called just the bibliothèque, please. The Savant Bibliothèque.
Oh no.
Everyone there's going to be delightful.
I'm getting bad vibes.
With a glowing arrow pointing, and you can see that along the walkways that head through the various docks, there are little this way signs that keep pointing you on through the maze of the outside of the ring.
If you have to call yourself savant, you're probably not.
I take it you're not going to add the fantastic or anything to your name or anything like that. You're just going to... I'm talking about
If I tried that, Samuth would literally never shut up about it.
Hey Samuth, who's been hitting the entire time.
If I did that, Cleo would literally never shut up about it. So I'd have a constant barrage of sarcastic cat and sarcastic gem person.
I don't think she's sarcastic. I think she's genuine to the extent.
It's worse. It's worse because she's not trying to tease you. She's just telling her truth.
Which is so harsh.
On the high street with Etelis, Claire just stops and goes, I feel...
like I'm missing out on something.
I feel seen.
We are going to pay Cleo back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think just
We need to find a way to make some money.
Yeah. And I think we need to let Cleo know that we're going to pay her back.
Did I not say that? I thought I said that.
No, you did. Having spent a little more time with Cleo, it's that sort of thing of just...
It pays to say it again.
Pays to say again, and sometimes it exasperates you, and sometimes you start hitting your head on the wall, but that doesn't resolve things. That just hurts you or breaks a wall.
Maybe we should write down a note of how much everyone owes, and then we can give that to Cleo and say, we will pay you back once we have some money.
It seems
Sounds
like...
good.
Yes.
Very good.
Cool. But, as I said, you've got a fancy hat now. You're not adding the fantastic to your name. And ultimately, that's a silly name for a book place.
Agreed.
As you're following this signage, you do see that there is this quite large island that is connected to the main island of the of Uhlen. Sorry, there is a quite large island. It's also connected by chains. You can see that it has been attached at various points. As the walkways hit a certain point, you will see that there are these quite long, quite rickety rope bridges with a definite sway to them that go from these walkways across. The signage just point towards them, and I didn't describe this before, so I'll describe it now. This island, it is shiny.
Shiny?
There is a lot of magical flim-flammery, like, decoration around it. It looks gaudy and over the top. It looks like it's been hollowed out because it looks like there's some sort of buildings jutting out at slightly weird angles. The top of it is completely covered in what looks like a sort of very elaborate fairy tale castle. The whole thing looks ridiculous.
I think I prefer more functional magic.
Me too.
This is just a bit like, look at me.
Disney.
My magic is more magic than your magic.
It's very Vegas-y, I'll give you that.
Does it look like it would be a really bad idea to run along one of the rope bridges, stand in the middle, hold on to the ropes, and do a bit of bouncing up and down?
No.
I'm going to do that.
Is anyone else on the rope bridge?
I was going to say, just set off.
Yeah.
What
are you?
As you do bounce back and forth, you feel the whole bridge like up and down. As to your roll an Arcana check.
It's a magic bridge.
Well, I rolled a 2, which makes it a 9.
Hey.
It's just a really well-made bridge. It looks rickety, but it seems to be really well made.
It's real solid, guys. I think you'll be all right.
Cool.
Again, slightly side for vodka. Like, I mean, yeah. Go on, give it a go. That's
all right. My armor is not good for beds. I wonder if it's going to be good for this. They do seem to be testing it pretty well.
Do you walk out onto the bridge?
Yes, I do.
It holds your weight really well. It looks quite rickety, but actually it's quite sturdy, and you feel like actually it's quite safe. Even though as you look down, and you can see clouds below. And it's like, oh shit! Like this is you are hanging over the nothingness right now.
Okay, so I think Vuk is all right with heights. But even this, I think even if you are all right with heights, this is kind of still not okay. So just going to...
White knuckle the sides.
Exactly. Step forward and go as slowly as, as fast as possible while still being slow enough to be very careful.
Sure. The rope bridge, as you almost... so I guess you're flying, or are you walking?
I'm going to fly. I think as they roll off, I really quietly to myself go, I'm a wizard.
Amazing.
I'm sort of slightly floating backwards, going, nerds.
At the far end of the rope bridge is a ridiculously ornate archway, over which is written in the neon lettering that you've seen elsewhere, the Savant Bibliothèque, but it glows and flashes and bits of it light up and then go away again, and bits of it light up and go away again. It is
Lord.
very, very try-hard.
Oh, did I take it? Did I take it?
I don't know.
What are you going to do?
I did take it. How long does it take to magic mouth as a ritual?
10 minutes.
10 minutes? I don't have 10 minutes. I'll do it later.
Anyway.
Amazing.
As you walk up towards the doors of the Savant Bibliothèque, we'll get back to that in a minute. Cleo and Esselus, what are you doing to pass the time for an hour?
Hopscotch.
I think if we went back and was like staying at the accommodation, Esselus is probably like refashioning their cowl to like add accents to their new harness.
Nice.
Do you want help or do you want leaving?
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Having a sewing party.
Yeah.
Sat on a bed, having a sewing party. Great.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Do you want some gold and silver worked through it? Because I can just... No, it's fine.
No, that's really cool. That's a really cool idea. But is that okay with you?
Oh, yeah, it comes out all the time. There you go.
Okay.
Casually dropping millions.
How do I... Do you want to help? Why? You know, like we did with Vuk's armor, and everyone did a little. Do you want to do some on this so I can have a bit of you with me all the time?
What would you like?
Aww.
I don't really know. I generally like things that remind me of the Grove, but I guess if it's about me carrying a bit of you with me, then just put something that you like, and then I can like look at it and remind myself of you.
Okay. Can I try and embroider just like a border of leaves so it makes Esselus happy, but of the leaves that Cleo knows?
What leaves would you know?
Well, she wasn't really allowed to leave the palace very much, but in the courtyard in the middle of the bit that she was allowed in, there was a really nice tree, and she spent a lot of time lying under the tree, just looking up at the leaves and the sky and the birds overhead. And so the pattern of those leaves against the sky.
What's a good domesticated tree that would work well in a courtyard?
Willow, weeping willow.
That's less of a courtyard thing. That's very much a like.
Yeah, it's a river thing.
Yeah.
Maple work.
Olive.
Plus trees.
Mulberry.
Mulberry tree. Lovely. Let me have a quick look to see what those leaves look like so I get a good visual, because I don't fucking know.
Quite broad. Big and broad.
There's ones that smell real bad in the springtime.
Yeah.
Do they?
I don't know, but there are certain like trees where you're like, this smells of...
It actually was the corpse flower.
Oh yeah, the massive...
No, Tom, I know which one you mean. That's not a mulberry.
No, I was separately saying it's also now we've got one. Just like
Okay, yeah, mulberry trees. Yeah, lovely. Okay. Big wide patterned leaf. As you are doing this, do you discuss anything?
Yeah. So I guess we're going to go and talk to this person about, well, you're going to talk to them about the tumult. What do you want to find out?
Well, if nobody has dreams, but this dragon can talk to me in my dreams and sound quite sort of nice, then Prif sort of made it sound like that was very unusual. But if this person knows about the tumult, maybe it's not that unusual and it's all fine. Mm-hmm. And also, if you have a name like the World Destroyer, people are going to hate you. And maybe I think they are terrible, but maybe they're not terrible.
Yeah. I guess it's very much if you've chosen that name for yourself, maybe that says a lot. But I guess getting to understand it a little bit more will help with the I don't know.
And even if you do choose that name for yourself, if you do that because people keep pushing you into a position where you feel like you have to destroy things, and so in the end you sort of go, well, fine, that's who you've made me, so that's who I'll be then. That's different from going, ha 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 ha, I hate you all, I think.
Yeah.
And if they are terrible, then I'd just like to know that before, and then see if I can stop them turning up in my head. But if they're not so terrible, They were nice to me, and they said I was important, and not just because I have rubies.
Cleo?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you've been pushed to be something that you're
Doesn't
not?
everybody?
Like since... Well, no, I mean since you left your family.
Oh. A little bit. Not as bad as it was with them. But everyone expects you to be something, right?
I guess, though... It's... I guess, but you don't always have to be what everyone expects you to be. You can just, like, reinforce who you are, and then people go along with it.
Yes, but if who I am makes people uncomfortable, like when I started with you all, just saying what I think made everyone a bit stressed and unhappy, and every time I do say just what I think without thinking, someone looks a bit sad. So
But that's not because we don't like who you are. We just want... It's more that I think that we think that you're not very happy and we want you to be happy. So we
I'm not very happy, but that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay, but I guess...
you're not very happy. Because you miss your mum, and it would be really strange if I went around going, Atlas, you have to be happy, even though you really miss your family.
That's true, but I guess, yes, I do miss my family, but it's not the only thing. And being around you all makes me happy. Like, I enjoy being around you all.
I think that's the difference. It sounds like your family are awesome, and so you've known how to be happy for a long time. And so even when you're sad, you know what it would take to make you happy. Mm-hmm. Whereas I've never had people that being around them didn't make things worse. So the idea that there are people who could make me happy is still quite a new thing. And so before I can be happy, I have to work out what makes me happy. And I'm working that one out. I just haven't quite got there yet.
That's fair. I guess I will do my best not to pressure you into being happy.
That's okay, because you know what's best for me a lot better than I do. So if you tell me how to be...
No, because I know what's best for me. I don't know what's best for anybody else. I don't think anyone knows what's best for anybody else. And people just know... Well, you know what, that's saying a lot, actually. I'm not sure that everyone knows what's best for themselves, but everyone's just kind of working it out.
Can you help me with a thing?
Yeah, of course.
I'm trying to work out how to not say things that upset people, but also how to just not stop talking. If I carry on just saying things, can you, like, I don't know, stand on my foot? If it was just a this is who Cleo is and we like who Cleo is, that's fine. But if it's a Cleo's accidentally said something that is hurtful and she should now say sorry, can you stand on my foot so I know that and then I can say sorry?
It sounds like me having to poke Astle. The same thing. I think I can if you want me to, but I'm not necessarily the best person at determining that. But I think
fair, because I'm good at telling if people are upset. I'm kind of okay at seeing how people feel. It's then I just don't have the right words to make it better. And if I see someone's upset and I try and make it better, I make it worse quite a lot of the time because I say the wrong thing.
Words are kind of hard. So I definitely agree with that one.
True.
I guess it's just being earnest and knowing that, like, I mean, okay, if you don't want people to feel better about it, that's also okay, if a bit sad, but if you do, just kind of saying, I'm really sorry and I will work on it, or, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
And I need to remember that nothing bad is going to happen with you lot if I do accidentally upset you.
We'll work through it, or we'll talk to you about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good. You've been friends with Uhlen for longer than us, right?
I guess, sort of.
Okay. Is he okay? He seemed ever so odd in the shop.
I think I need to roll a retroactive insight check because every time it's very much been a Uhlen as light and Atlas has not fully gleaned it.
Sure.
Yeah.
We have had a conversation about Uhlen not being okay on the ship.
Oh yes, you know what we did when the whales were going. Yeah. Oh no, that was with Astel. Yeah. I think I don't know how much Uhlen would like me to share.
Oh, okay.
But I think that in general, Uhlen is puzzling things out, much like we're all trying to, being in a new place. But there's a lot of stuff, like your home, for example, or like where you used to live, that wasn't great, or it needs to be good. It used to be good, and then it suddenly wasn't, and that's taken a toll. So
he said all the people he'd grown up with then suddenly tried to murder him, and it wasn't fun.
Yeah. So I think not really.
Okay. I just wonder, because these are one of the things where I'm going to say the wrong words. That's been true for a really long time. People like Uhlen's home was rubbish ever since we've known him, but he just seems a bit extra weird.
I guess so if you're concerned, it might be worth having a conversation with us about it.
I did wonder. I just don't want to put my foot in it. He's just really nice, and I wondered if you thought whether talking to him would be good or whether giving him space would be good. You're better at this than I am.
I don't know that I'm better at giving everybody space. I like spending time with everybody, and I guess sharing space with them. I'm not so good at the giving of space, but I guess I just ask. But I think he would appreciate you talking to him about it.
I'll try, and if I make it clear that he doesn't have to talk to me, then he doesn't have to talk to me, and that's okay, right?
Yeah, like you don't have to talk to me about stuff that you don't want to talk to me about. Like, that's
You're
fine.
good to talk to.
Oh, thank you. I'm also good to hug too. Would you like a hug? You don't have to, because I know you're not a big fan, but
no, it's okay. I think I can manage.
Will tentatively kind of hold my arms out in a you can come into this space if you wish to, as opposed to be
forced away into a hug.
Yeah.
The shirtless, harnessy hug.
Yeah. Well, no, we've said that we're working on these harnesses right now. So it's
okay. You will pass the hour. Well, half an hour, let's face it, some travel. But you'll pass the time sewing. And Edlis, you now have this lovely mulberry leaf worked design in gold or silver.
I would have asked which one you like better.
Huh?
I think I was a bit indecisive, and I was like, both.
Yeah,
so
both.
Just a little bit, yeah.
In both, yeah.
So not all of it worked in both, but overlaid the gold.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that will be over part of your cowl. Very pretty. And you've left space for others to add if they so desire at that point.
Yeah. I'm very we can do communal things, and that's fun, and then, yeah.
Cool.
There has been so much murder. Communal crafting sounds like necessary.
Has there been that much murder?
I mean, I think we're all a little bit
really?
As I said, we all smell of
we're
death.
all a little bit stressed about the whole the big pterodactyl dude coming and yeeting the captain off the side of an island.
Sometimes you got to break a few eggs. Anyway.
Pavuk to make breakfast.
Exactly.
All right.
If the two of you finish up, you can return to Retro and find your friend. We'll get back to that as we are now entering. About to call it the smug bibliothèque, which is not. It's the savant bibliothèque.
Might as well be.
I also get a feeling I've missed out on something. Oh well.
This rock, this island, has been completely hollowed out. Inside is a mess of different buildings and structures, all higgledy-piggledy stacked on top of each other like a complete nightmare design. There is a big courtyard in the center that appears to take up like a good third of the space inside here, where there are a bunch of people milling around, shouting. Some are throwing spells at each other. There's quite a lot of like what look like bars around the edge at the bottom where there's lots of like people serving drinks and that sort of thing, or places to sit. As you walk through
anywhere near.
As you walk past, there are people smoking ludicrous pipes, and there's a lot of like very high-end chatter. It's a bit like a gentleman's club mixed with an indoor market.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the closest vibe I can give.
I got you. That sounds good. Wow. This looks
And yeah, there are people flying above you, just like throwing things at each other, and like there's fireballs exploding occasionally, laughing out uproariously.
These people are weird.
They're having a lot of fun. I'm just not sure if it's good fun.
I mean, it does kind of look like fun.
Yeah. That's why I'm...
Are there any signs, Chris, that say like where you can go to meet different kinds of people?
No.
No? Okay.
It's not like over here for like introductions, nothing like that. There's people sat around. You will get looks as people walk past. There's a lot of like people generally, the looks are not like, who the hell are you fuckers? It's more of a like, oh, hey, welcome. There's like waves and like, you're interesting people. This is really cool.
Yeah. If someone's, hi.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Astel.
Yo.
Hello.
Okay.
How's it going?
Yeah, great. I'm trying to find something. I'm not exactly sure what though.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, I guess so. Knowledge maybe?
Right, cool. Like what sort of stuff are you looking for? Because people here got different things they know about, and some of them are really like deep into their certain knowledge, and some are like just all over the shop with stuff. So you need to like ask around a bit. I'm Frank, by the way. Sorry, I should have said earlier.
Hi, Frank. Nice to meet you.
Frank. Hey.
Yes.
Maybe like someone who knows about evocation, and maybe someone who knows about like interplanar travel.
Into who the what now?
Different universes. Maybe a conspiracy theorist.
Maybe
nice
mythology and
wow, you like go deep. That's so cool.
Hey, well, you know, you've got to live up to the hat.
Yeah, it's a good hat though. Rocking it.
Thanks. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the best person to talk about stuff like that old school is Craven.
With a
K?
No, with a C.
Why have you done this to me?
Craven's character from another game.
Okay.
wow.
Where would I find Craven?
Craven's in charge. Craven's like, I don't know. They'll be around. They're always around, but like, honestly, you can't miss them.
What do they look like?
Quite tall. There's a very like weirdly long neck, but then the snake face kind of makes sense of that, you know? And I mean, honestly, people will be around them like wanting stuff. You cannot miss Craven. No one misses Craven.
Right. Am I going to irritate them if I'm one of the people around them wanting something?
No, if you've got big questions, there's some good questions.
Okay.
Craven likes good questions.
Good questions.
And in terms of like evocation stuff, looks up at these wizards just flying around, it's like shooting at each other and explosions happening up top.
Oh my god! So you can actually have those kind of fights, but real stuff happens. That's awful. Maybe.
I mean, it does look like a heck of a lot of fun. I'm not sure I'm quite that good yet, though.
All right. Well, Jericho's around somewhere. Hang on. Hey, Jericho! A figure will fly down and land in the midst of all of you, and this quite squat figure, again quite ape-like features, will just sort of like rear up and go, "Sup?"
Hi, I'm Astel. I'm
Astel, dig the hat. That's great.
Thank you.
Good hat.
Like a baby evocation wizard, I guess.
Oh, hey! New wizard! Friends, we got some new wizards here! Everyone's like, hey, with drinks around the back, but yeah, that's all you'll get from that. They didn't even look at you.
Just any chance to whoop.
Any chance to weigh.
I was just hoping to talk to someone about getting, better.
Yeah, I mean, it's a constant, All right, Frank. Thanks, mate. All good. Okay, catch you later, guys. Yeah. So, do you want to grab a drink or something? We can have a chat.
Yep, that sounds great.
Great. Who are your friends? Who are these two?
This is Uslam, and this is Vuk. Uslam makes poor decisions, and Vuk also makes poor decisions.
Awesome.
Agreed.
So Uslam looks up at and he's like, I could fly. I could throw things. It's like that temp when you see like a football game broke out, you're like, I could go play the football game. I'm here to do work.
That's not a relatable experience for most of us, Tom. Seeing a football and going, oh, I'm tempted.
It's true.
But what about
one here
lads,
feels
lads,
that.
lads?
I'm sorry, Tom. None of us are lads people.
Oh.
Not one of us.
I'm cool.
I'm sorry. Am I
I'm on the
speaking for anybody here?
TikToks.
I'm pretty sure none of us are.
No.
They're both magic users, but I guess not of the kind of the same.
Oh. Well, what's your vibe? Looking both of you.
Well, I'm more of a cleric, a clerical.
Oh. Well, hey, I mean, whatever floats your boat, Everyone's welcome, I guess, and we'll just ignore you entirely.
Yeah, Uslam intentionally doesn't answer that because he's still trying to work out really the reaction to, hey, I've connected myself to a dream.
Sorry, Jericho will just stare at you as like you do magic. I gotta know.
It's I'm a sorcerer.
Is that okay?
Cool, righteous.
Yeah.
No, people say righteous. Stop saying righteous. Cool.
That's such like a dude, bro. It's in this town like, hey, dude, hey, yeah, cool hat.
Cool. Right. Yeah, come grab a drink. We can chat about stuff. Totally fine.
Great.
We'll walk you over to one of these tables, and there's a couple people there, and we'll just go, psst, and they will get up and go away, and you can all sit down. And as they do, Jericho will just sort of gesture in the air weirdly, and then go, "What do you all want?"
Something really sweet and sour.
You got it.
And alcohol-y.
Yeah. And looks at us. Yeah.
Whiskey.
Wine.
Oh. We'll just keep gesturing and we'll stop and we'll then just wait. And at a certain point, an invisible servant will sort of bring things over and plonk them down on the table and then meander away again. So, Astel, what's your name, right?
Yeah.
Where are you from? What do you know?
Okay, I'm from somewhere else, and I know some magic, but not a lot yet. A little bit. Oh, I wanted to ask you about the crystals though, and using the crystals to enhance things. Is that a thing?
Oh, you're going to start using crystals? Be careful using crystals. They are. That is a choice. I mean, you can totally. Some people do, and more power to them. But yeah, it's you're making a choice there.
What does that mean?
It's like a shortcut. And, we're okay with shortcuts. I'm okay with shortcuts. That's totally fine. Whatever you need to do to make you happy, it's cool. But it is dangerous.
Okay. Really dangerous? Fireballing people that you are friends with?
No, that's fine. It's more dangerous than that.
It's not a problem.
The figure will fall out of the sky and hit the ground quite hard. And everyone else will go, hey, again. And the figure will slowly get up. Okay, I've used a crystal before. Not gonna lie, been around, seen some stuff, but it was a lot. It was yeah, I got to do the thing I wanted to do, and I got to do it super well. And yeah, those Terra didn't stand a fucking chance. It was awesome. But
Yeah, because we did come across some Terra.
Oh, yeah, they're
they
shit, aren't
nearly
they?
killed like 3 of my friends. It was really bad.
wow, cool. Was it you two?
No.
I was one of them, yeah.
They were 2 of the 3, yeah.
Nice. What'd you do? Did you take them out?
No, they were both unconscious, and I was trying to get them back up, and our friend shot an arrow at it.
Cool. Yeah, whatever. Like, arrows, like, who gives a shit? Arrows, my God. Yeah.
Yeah, God.
Well, hey, I mean, what does it matter? They can't die, we can't die.
Yeah. Although I quite like the not being dead side of it.
I mean, it's okay, don't get me wrong. Like, it has good sides and bad sides, but honestly, I think it's made us all a bit foolhardy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You don't
Glance
say.
at the people.
Yeah. When nothing really matters like that, you just fuck it, nothing really matters.
Is it true that you got sort of banished out here because you kept blowing people up?
Who said that?
It's just it's what we heard when we arrived.
Okay, like, yeah, we like to have fun and do stuff, and it's cool. Like, it's fine. Like, I get that they like want to be safe and stuff, and but this is just better for everybody, you know. That way we have our own space and do what we like. Craven gets to do their thing, and that's good too. And yeah, it works. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Chris, I presume Astle would have questions about your vacation. I, Emma, have no questions about.
Do you want to have like a nerdy wizard chat?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. It will have no
without
in-game
us-
benefit.
Well, it will, because at some point I'm going to get level up to level 5. So.
I see.
And then.
Then in which case, if you want to start having a very nerdy wizard chat, Aslam, Vuk, Astle starts asking questions that are very, like, you know when someone with a physics major sits down and starts talking about physics, and you just go,
okay,
I can follow that. No, that's done now.
Yeah.
Do you want to go have a...
It's all about mechanics of protecting extra people.
Well, shall we...
Shall we look around, see what...
Well, I was thinking, have I got anything I can... well, I was thinking we could go up there. But you can fly. There's going to be no way I can join
Find
you.
the staircase, yeah, okay.
All right, well, yes, let's do that.
Yeah, no, sounds good.
Yeah.
Everyone who is flying around in this sort of artificial game of wizard football is flying. There is no walkway. There is no stairs. There are stairs. You do note that there is a spiral staircase over on the far side, but it doesn't appear to go inside here. It seems to just go up inside the... You don't know what it is.
Ah, well, I will start climbing that in order to get a view of if it's... Are you going to go up and I'll have a look, see what I can do to help?
Okay. Yeah, I'll
See
do
what
some
you can
scouting.
do. This will be fun.
So you fly up into this fracas.
Go for it. Please do this. I'm just...
Sod it, yeah. Let's play airball.
I mean, there's no ball.
Yeah,
it's just people throwing spells. A bolt of fire just whizzes over your head the moment you start flying up. Like, flying up clearly means you're taking part.
I'll blast someone.
You're going to start Eldritch blasting?
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Roll me some attack rolls. Why not?
Yay.
You get... from
No, he doesn't, because you've gone into the spiral staircase, you've gone up, and you're out of this now.
no, I was watch.
I got a 7, a 20, and a 25.
You start trying, start Eldritch blasting, and one of the other people up there will be hit by one of the Eldritch blasts. Will go boom, and like I assume you're trying to knock out, not trying to kill.
Amazing if I was. So I was like,
murder time! Yay!
Yeah, exactly.
They're trying to knock out, just to be clear.
Yeah.
As you fly up and start throwing Eldritch blasts, someone will note it and will go, "Oh, hey, nice!" and will then shoot a ray of frost back at you. They recognise the Eldritch blast not being a wizard spell, but they don't care. It's just a cool thing for them. How long do you want to do this? Because they will just be flying around, throwing spells at each other, and occasionally people will land and be like giving each other high fives and go, "This is amazing, that was so cool," that sort of thing.
I maybe sort of... I'm trying to work out what Vox is Vuk just busy for?
But no, hang on. Vuk was intending to go over the spiral staircase and be able to go up. So because I presume that the spiral staircase, you still see through it before it gets up to the ceiling.
I'd allow that there are points where you can see out. Yeah.
But the first thing I was going to do was cast Shield of Faith.
Cool. Yeah, that's fine.
It's firing little extra things like that. The next thing I was going to do was color spray, which I see may not be.
Are you saying that instead of being caught up in where does the spiral staircase go, you want to join in?
Well, if I see yes, that was the first thing. I want to see where it goes later on. But
sure.
Once Uhlen is finished, then I will keep going up.
There's no need for the specifics of the combat rolls. If you want to join in from the staircase, people will go, oh, Big Lad's also involved, and will start throwing things at you on the staircase as well.
I then also try to play defense, just kind of like going to protect Vuk, and that's the thing where I'm just like, I'm playing goalie.
Well, no, because if there's only big gaps, then I can just keep switching in between the gaps, and they've got to try and hit me whilst I'm there. This all works.
People recognizing this as a cool way to play the game as well will also join in and land on the staircase and dodge between the gaps as well. So you've expanded the playfield.
Meanwhile, Astor's having this really intense conversation as we just watch this card wheeling around.
Astor's trying to figure out how to fireball without killing you all. Yeah.
All right.
As you two play around with the other flying wizards having a great time, eventually there will come an obvious point of pause where everyone's just a bit like, you know, when you play.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I can't really remember when you're playing sports and you all get a bit tuckered out. Just like, we're going to sit down for a bit and
yes.
Go have oranges. Yeah.
Exactly. As you all sort of settle down, people sort of like settle, people will be chatting to each other and they'll chat to you as well. And one of the wizards look at you and go, that's cool.
Thanks. Yeah.
You got one of those little bug things.
Freeze.
What?
You see a lot of people with the little bug things?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not like lots and lots, but like some.
Okay.
You see a few. People get around, you know.
Okay. I didn't realise it was a. Yeah.
Well, another person pipes up. Well, hey, we're wizards. You know, we're aware of this stuff because we look out for it. Like randos will have no idea.
Yeah. It's just.
I don't know what it is, but it's cool.
The fact that they said that before somebody was like, yeah, no, I don't know what it is either. But
right.
Yeah. No. Actually, do you think there's anyone who? I mean, I suppose it's not wizard stuff, but anyone who might know a little bit more about the bugs.
I don't know. People don't really talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that was when you got me in the side of the head. That was
cool. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Look, while this conversation is happening, a figure will sit down like next to you if you're still there. If you haven't.
Yeah, no, I will still be there. That's fine.
A figure will sit down next to you, and it's this rather smallish figure, so very small next to you. Will go, hey, it's not rude to ask. Why aren't you with the other Deathless?
I am with this. We came here to try and find out some information.
Sure.
I didn't realize there was a separate place. Is there?
No, there aren't any Deathless here at all. I'm amazed you got past Uhlen, frankly.
Right. Well, I'm not exactly, aligned with them completely. Just got the armor. It's not a.
You stole a Deathless's armor.
Kind of. It wasn't. I didn't.
That is so cool.
They weren't alive, I don't think. But
none of them are alive. That's kind of the point. Like,
well, no, sentient. Anyway, but yes, thank you.
That's so cool. What did you like? What happened?
Oh, we had to. Have you heard of the sink?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were there for a little while, and then we got off and found ourselves a ship, which was
cool, fortunate.
And now we're just trying to find out where we can go and what we can do. And it's taken us here. I mean, all roads lead to Uhlen, don't they?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But where'd you get the armor from? Like, was there a fight and you killed one and put its armor on? What happened?
I feel like that's basically, I felt like I had to when we escaped. The people who we took the ship off, they had a lot of stuff, and when we were escaping, we nailed a couple of the Deathless, and yeah, it was interesting. Glad we all survived.
Yeah. People don't usually take their armor though. Like, quite a few of us here are not alive anymore, but we don't like. Aren't you scared people are going to say something? Or
they haven't so far, and if they do, then I'll make myself absent.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to offend anyone, but I do need to, keep walking, and my legs are not so good.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just such a badass move.
Well, what can I say? I'm still trying to figure out how to be more badass.
Yeah, mate. It's like someone took like a thing that we're all scared of and went, "Nah, this is mine now. I define it." That's something.
That wasn't my intention, but if you say so, then I'm very glad to hear it. I feel like I thought that death might make me less, but it seems to have made me more, which is good.
Really?
I think so.
Hey, I mean, okay. People I know who are dead, they've like, it's part of them now, and they've used it to do even more stuff, you know? Like, it just takes away all that fear.
Yeah, there's no end, so suddenly you don't have to worry so much.
Yeah.
Fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've thought about it before, but I think, like, just hang on to it while I can, you know?
Oh yeah,
it'll probably happen.
Live the rest of your life, and then see what you can do afterwards.
Sure,
that's a good plan. Do you know if there is where could I meet other death? You know, dead people.
Anywhere? Do you mean like a society of dead people?
Well, just to find out a bit more about experiences and things.
Oh, right. I've never heard of any like dead people support groups or anything like that.
Well, it's just, yeah. I'm worried about. I still seem to have a good sense of smell, but it's when will that go? It's
I don't know.
How fast does decay occur?
Right. I mean, these are the kind of questions I would ask like a priest.
Oh, I'm already a priest. That's slightly.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they are.
No, but like a local priest who knows about this stuff.
Oh, no, yes. That would be a good place to start.
Yeah, the temple's like, I mean, it's not my vibe, but it's cool.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting. Lots of places to look for answers. Just a question of which answers you want.
It's kind of deep.
Good. All right.
We were at the bar. Chug.
A little bit, yeah.
That's what's happening.
In the midst of all of this, down the staircase, a large figure with a long neck and snake-like face is stepping out and looking around, and people will go like, will there be like a sort of general cheer from around the room of people who are like excited to see them, and they'll move across this space, and immediately like 10, 15 people just flock to them and start talking at them.
That's Craven, right?
Yeah, that's Craven.
Oh, I need to ask Craven some questions.
Book is going to try and look over and sort of.
Well, I mean, take the napkin. They've sketched all this on for you. You can hang on to that. That's fine. Like, that helps with that sort of
thing. That was really helpful. Thank you. Will you be here if I come back at some point?
Yeah, probably. Or maybe not.
Cheers. Bottoms up.
I mean, I don't know what you think. We just hang here. Like
forever. You don't ever go do anything else.
No, as in like, we just hang here when we're here. Like.
Well, I will look out for you when I come back. Person whose name I've entirely forgotten already.
Jericho.
Thank you.
No, as in, we all travel. Like, we're all out and about all the time because, why stay in one place?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, true.
Cool. Well, thanks, Jericho. That was really sort of mind-blowing.
I'm good at that. Offers a high five. Cool.
Nice.
We'll see you soon, Astle.
Yeah. We'll put the hat back on and go and join the crowd of admirers.
Yeah, it's not a queue. It's like people just flocking around. And in the middle, Craven is just like doing the like gentleman. We'll like move forward and go, yes. Gentle someone forward. Okay, go ahead. And we'll talk to someone briefly and then go away. But they are surrounded by hangers on. As look, you can see this happening too as Astle joins the crowd of hangers on.
This is, do we want to... Uslam, do you want to talk to them?
Uslam comes up, already got, like, the bruises, like he's been in a rugby match. I mean, do we have anything?
All right?
I just got hit in the face a few times. You did really good with the sprays and the shields.
Thank you. Well, I was trying to help, but I didn't realise it was going to be quite so...
No, it's... I mean, did you do this sort of thing back at home? Did you play these sort of games?
Well, I mean, yes, but it was more, wholesome.
Oh, you played Holy.
Yes, more so. There was, it was good competition, but I don't think it was ever quite this rough.
We had a game where it's like, could you throw each other over a fence? And yeah.
Oh, I know. I didn't know that.
Did you grow up? Stealing apples, throwing over the fences?
Yeah.
I grew up in a very weird Thomas Hardy novel.
Very like farm life.
Everyone had horns.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But yeah, I mean, you got. Yeah, sort of slightly lean in. It's like, so there's other people who've got bugs, but they don't seem to know what that's about. I'm trying to...
Are you trying to keep it under your hat?
Yeah.
Sorry, that's not the phrase I should use, but nevertheless.
I'm one of the few people who doesn't have a hat.
That's so funny, I just remembered.
Although I looked really good with the one with the flaps. I'm trying to keep it... Again, sort of like, even weird, sort of leaning more. I was like, I think it's a dream. You know, like, so this is why I'm a bit nervous about this.
What do you mean? Your experiences with the bug?
My patron.
Yes.
And now we're in... I'm not sure of the political landscape of if they get along in now... As I said, I don't want more things in my head, even though they're like, everything's lovely. It's... As I said, I'm jittery, and I know Asta said calm that down.
No. It's all right. It's all right. The thing is, there's a very good reason for you to be jittery. I'm less nervous now about all of this stuff.
That's
but
good.
The thing is... But no, I'm not saying don't die, though. I don't think it's worth it. The thing is, if you're...
I wasn't planning on dying, Buck, but...
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You seem so positive, though. It's difficult to tell.
Yeah, no. I'm self-destructive, but that doesn't necessarily mean...
If we're going to get anything from this place, though, do we think we want to talk to this Jericho fellow?
That's not Jericho.
Not Jericho.
Jericho's over there. Jericho's over there.
Craven.
Craven. Yes. I mean... I'm not sure Astel's going to ask if it's going to be evocation or it's going to be planar travel. Yes, that's actually, we might as well...
There is knowledge to gain here, but I understand. If you want to, I won't say anything, and we'll just keep it under our hat.
I think it's...
Don't have a hat either, anyway.
You could have got a hat. The offer was there.
I've got a hood. A hood is fine.
The hood is lovely.
Do you join Astel or do you hang back?
No, join, I think.
I hang back.
Fine.
Okay. Astel, as you step forward, there are people around, but you can wait your turn, basically, or like push through if you need to. This very tall figure will look over at you and look over at Vuk as well, and just sort of like, that's a very large person, and look down at you. And what can I help you with?
Right. Yes. What do you know about interplanar travel?
What do you know about interplanar travel?
More than you might think.
Exactly. Sorry, Vuk's not saying anything.
There's a raised eyebrow, and someone else tries to...
Awesome.
Intriguing.
That was the intention. I'm glad it worked.
Go on. Give me something.
I've been to the Astral Sea.
I don't know what that is. It sounds very important, though.
I think it is.
Look, I've got a lot of people who want a lot of things from me, and so far, all you've said is you want to know something and then told me something I'm not aware of.
Well,
at this point in time, I've got better places to be,
That's
so...
how it works, isn't it? You trade knowledge and then you get something in return. Also, I probably look like I'm 12 to you, so I'm trying to prove to you that I actually do know what I'm talking about.
And tell me something that I might have heard of.
Do you know what the sink is for? How it works?
Ah, you're one of the people who've come here. Okay, colour me intrigued. Do you mind waiting for a little bit?
No, I'm just going to go have another one of those delicious green drinks.
Good, okay. Let me deal with the rest of these, and then you and I should have a longer chat. They will turn back to the others around them and will sort of answer some more questions, but you can see you've piqued their interest. They're like, this person knows some stuff. That's always good. It's always fun.
Interesting.
And the people asking questions tend to be asking things along the lines of, can you tell us to do this spell? Like, it's very, like, basic shit, whereas you've come in with much more of, like, a conversant proposition. It's great.
Having stood back, because I could see Astrid talking, did anyone else in the crowd, like, perk up or sort of be paying attention to?
Clever.
Roll me a perception check, please.
Yes. That's annoying. I should have been trying to do that. Well done.
Oh, it's an 11.
Not that you notice.
I think I'm like, focusing. Oh, my eye. No, focus.
Yes, if you wait here, you will clearly be granted a longer and wider audience with Craven Lungion.
Okay, I think that worked. We just have to wait now.
Good. Well done.
Back across to the other two. You head back to Retro. And waiting outside is the shopkeep figure that you met earlier. They are sort of just waiting politely. They look like they're probably going to wait for a little bit longer, and then if you don't turn up, fuck it. As the two of you approach, oh, hey.
Hey, you didn't tell us your name earlier.
Sorry, I'm Arian.
Hi, Arian.
Hey. And you are?
Of the Aryan race?
Oh, that wasn't.
We'll gesture at Atlas, and you are?
Oh, Atlas.
Cool. Hot drink. There's a nice place around the corner called the Small Mug.
Okay.
Other mugs just small?
Dang.
Like, can you get bigger drinks?
I don't know, it's just what it's called.
Okay.
They will go around to this space. You can see that this is a space that serves soups and hot drinks and other things, and they're all delivered in mugs. And but each of the tables, each of the parts of this where things are available, they're little alcoves, and they're sort of cordoned off, so you can have private conversations in them relatively easily. They will get a round of whatever you want. It's a warm drink of some variety.
Hot chocolate.
Yes, that's absolutely fine.
I'll go with the same.
2 hot chocolates, fine. They'll also have 3 hot chocolates.
Very tiny mugs, though.
Sorry?
Do they come in very tiny mugs, though?
No, they're normal size mugs. It's called the small mug. You don't know why.
I think that Atlas is still a little bit full from the sugar. Yeah, I tell ya.
Like a slow, thick.
Yeah.
As you all settle into the little alcove, Arian will look at both of you and go, right, we were talking about your hammer.
Yes. I wasn't lying. I did bring it from home, which is a very long way away. It just may have been slightly changed since then.
Right. Okay. You know what it represents, right?
I've been told, but the couple of people who've told me have also said that it's really bad and dangerous, but you didn't see.
I mean, it's one way of looking at it, sure. The tumult's not all awful. They just have a very specific purpose, and
To destroy everything?
I think that's what people like to believe.
Okay, so it's not to destroy everything.
No, no, they want to remake the world.
Did they do the apocalypse thing a few decades ago? Was that them?
They started changing the world, yes.
And are they remaking it, or is it just sort of a bit rubbish now forever?
Well, they're trying to. That's the goal. Well, quite a few things. People not liking that they're doing it, and not liking their homes being torn apart, and the deathless who want things to remain the same.
So if all those people got out of the way, the tumult would be making a really nice new world and everyone would be happy?
A better world than this one, yes.
Why do they get to decide?
That's what their job was. That's what the job that Cole gave them. Cole gave them the ability to make the lands, and they did. And then they wanted to keep working to make it better, and Cole told them that they couldn't.
Oh. Is they why Cole's not around anymore?
You were saying something?
Oh, well, so they were given this power. Did they make Cole Hearth?
Yes.
With Cole? Oh.
To Cole's design, yes.
Huh.
But then they were made with creativity and ambition and drive, and they wanted to do more, but they weren't allowed to. And they were kept away from doing more, and then when Cole was no longer there to stop them, they continued their work.
Did they have anything to do with Cole not being there to stop them?
It's not known. Those of us that are in support of their efforts tend to think that they broke free of their bonds and have various ideas about what they did to break free of their bonds, but you have to understand, you clearly aren't from here, and that's fine. The tumult is seen as bad, as seen as, but there's quite a few of us who think that they're actually trying to fix this mess, and we want to help them fix this mess. So we try and work with them to do that. Some people don't like that very much, but it's their decision, really.
What was it that made you decide they weren't all bad? What's different about you than everyone else?
There's nothing different about me. I don't think this is right. Looking around everything, I don't think this is... I don't think people shouldn't die. I don't think that... I think that Cole, before a certain point, was a dictator who needed things to be their way, and if things weren't their way, then it wasn't allowed, and I'm not a fan of that.
So how do you help them?
Well, we don't do a huge amount at this point. We worship them, we support them, we support each other for those of us who want to, and where possible try and deliver information, supplies if needed, though they really don't need that sort of thing from us. We're just where others seem to feel like it's something negative or something that shouldn't be appreciated, we as a group appreciate it.
Did they ever talk to any of you?
We communicate sometimes, yes.
How?
By traveling down and meeting them and talking to them.
Oh. I thought you couldn't go down to the ground because you'd die.
People like to say that.
And how did you know my hammer was?
If you know what you're looking for.
But have you seen other weapons like it then?
Similar, yes. When they bestow favor on someone, it often takes similar form.
Okay. What's that favored person meant to do next?
They'd have to tell you. I mean, go and see them and ask.
Right. How do you get down to the ground?
do you want to?
Maybe.
Can be arranged.
Okay.
Isn't so? You didn't like Cole as a dictator, but isn't what's that? I mean, I guess wanting things to be a certain way, that's the thing. But then kind of imposing that on everybody else, doesn't that make them kind of dictators? And what makes them doing that okay?
They have an ambition and a goal. Cole's was whatever Cole's design was for, which we don't know. But they want to make this world better. They want to make it habitable again. They want to remove the deathless from it. Their goals are, no one else has any idea what to do at the moment. Everyone's just sort of living day to day with the threat of the deathless always around. Deathless want to, save all the dead, frankly, and it's all of these different forces vying for control, and all the Tumult want is to make the world better and give everyone a chance at a new life.
But what does better look like?
Look back on the ground free from oppression.
And able to die?
I mean, I don't know what they can achieve, but at least once we're no longer stuck to living on floating islands, that might be a start.
But didn't they make the floating islands?
Yes, as part of their recreation, as part of trying to remake the world. You have to draw the raw materials out to be able to do something with them. Let's roll an insight check because you're clearly questioning this.
Yes. But it's a very I don't know that this is good. I can't decide if it sounds good. Like, you're very much, I don't know if that was
It's good questioning.
Oh no, they've joined a gang.
It's a very dirty 20.
Oh.
The way that they're describing all of this is a wee bit fanatical, and is the kind of description someone would give who doesn't like the status quo for whatever reason and has gone, this is the answer, but it doesn't all make sense. Shut up, this is the answer. There's that level of communication to it as well.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. I mean, that's fair, but it seems like you possibly also have a lot of, not necessarily questions. You're just going, this is right, and I'm not going to question it.
There's a look of between Etelus and between Cleo, and then the focus will direct entirely to Cleo. I'll be around if you do want to go and see them. Just let me know, and I'll arrange it for you. Or if you wanted to meet more like us, then there are places that we meet.
That would be good, I think, before just going to the ground, getting to meet some more people.
Sure.
Love meeting people.
Oh, okay. We'll ask where you're staying.
The
Moss Resort.
Mossy apartments, those the Moss Resort. Though I think I said it, though you should ask for Sally's room because the person we were with was really confusing.
Understood. I'll make sure that a message is sent there for you of where to go.
Okay, thank you.
We'll hold your hand if you let. We'll reach out a hand. We'll clasp it.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll then get up, walk away, and give Etelus a look of Toodle Pip, I guess, sort of.
Very much. Etelus is kind of sitting there going,
It's a cult.
Yeah.
It's a cult.
if we're sitting here for a little bit longer, I'll say, I mean, they made it seem very good, but I think that whilst it could be good, there are also a lot of reasons why people don't like them, and I think this person just wants things not to be as they are because they don't particularly like things as they are. And I guess if you're going to go down, I guess just worried about you being safe.
I think you are very nice. I think you're right, they might be all deluded and strange, but they seem really, the dragons seem really, really, really powerful. So if I'm going to decide that I don't want to do what they say and I'm going to push them out of my head, that doesn't seem very safe. So finding out what the other options are before I do something that I know is definitely unsafe feels sensible. And also, the world here is kind of awful, and these are the first people we've heard about who are wanting to change it in any way.
Yes. I would agree that this world is definitely very complicated. I mean, this place is actually kind of nice. Like,
it's okay.
It feels, well, it makes me feel comforted. So, I mean, it's not home.
It's held together by a giant jellyfish that makes us want to feel soothed. It's not great.
No, it's not great, but then equally, like a lot of things, nothing's perfect, and I don't think that their idea of perfection is going to be the same idea of perfection as other people's. And yes, I do agree that you need to investigate everything to like form your own opinion of it. And however you do that, I want to support you in that.
Thanks. And I want to support you in getting home. And the world being put back together sounds like the only way that might be a thing. Because with things as they are, it's completely shut off. Whereas if the tumult...
because I don't know that... I don't... Like, from what anybody has said, and granted, I don't listen all that much all the time, but I don't think that before this, and we'll kind of gesture in the air, kind of about the floating islands. I don't think there was any kind of travel as other thing. So I'm not sure that's a thing that the tumult can fix.
Maybe we ask if we are friends with the tumult and we help them. The one in my head seemed to think that I could be helpful. Maybe when they're putting it back together, if they can create anything, and if they're really ambitious, if it's never been done before, then maybe persuading them that this would be really cool. Because if people can get in, like we could, surely they want to at least match that by sending people out. Otherwise, other creative people are better than them.
Yes, though the idea that people that are incredibly ambitious and want to change everything and make it in their own image can go and do that everywhere is a little bit scary.
Isn't that what the gatecrashers were doing anyway, though? They were sort of just popping in all over the place and going, I know what's best for you all, I'm going to fix it the way I think is best, and then popping out again. But we assume they're good.
So, I don't really know anything about the gatecrashers. I mean, okay, we know a little bit about what Gatecrasher told us and what the Festivius said, but I don't know that what Festivius said was very accurate from what Gatecrasher said. And I guess I don't know how much impact the Gatecrashers actually have.
I mean, it's sort of their fault we're trapped here, really. They sound quite irresponsible to give Keith a key.
Well, we know that that's not what actually happened. We know that Keith stole the key from Gatecrasher.
Well, that's also quite irresponsible to leave a interplanar, universal, changing thing and let it be stolen by someone as not great as Keek.
True. Though I guess a lot of those decisions kind of or things distinctly belong to different people. I think the reason why we're here is possibly a Keek thing.
Yes. I'm not going to go and jump off the side and ride a dragon and go, I want to destroy everything now. I just want to find out a bit more. And I want to die one day. I don't want to be stuck here going around some gently rotting cycle. That sounds horrible.
But, I mean, I thought you could. It's a choice to come back.
But when you die, you're meant to go somewhere better, not just nowhere.
That's very true.
When I was miserable, the stories you could be told of if you did your duty and did the right things and helped other people, and then when you died, that sort of made it worth it. If you're just miserable and then you die and then you come back and rot or you're gone forever, what's the point of anything? Anyway, this feels existential. It's really late.
Yeah. Though I guess I'll just say that if everything is miserable now, instead of waiting for when you die, maybe we work on making it not miserable. So
exactly, by going to join the tumult and fixing things. I'm glad we agree.
Amazing.
Join a cult. It will fix everything.
To be fair, the thing that happens to most people after they leave one cult is going straight into another one.
Very true. If you're heading back for the apartments, that is where we'll pick up next time as the others get a longer chat with Craven, because I'm afraid we are out of time.
Fascinating.
Shopping and lore drops.
With a little bit of philosophy.
A little bit of philosophy.
Just a smidge of broken Atlas' brain.
And a smidge of ruggers.
lads.
Oh dear, what have I done? Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Yes, we are playing alternate Mondays at the moment, so you can find us not next week, but the week after. Same time, same place. And I think on every other Monday at the moment. I think we're still in. No, I think we've probably moved on to Lola, your game. So yes,
how is that happening?
Join us for Lola's definitely not piratical nautical adventures of next Monday, and on alternate Mondays with us for the next 8 weeks. Yeah, we also stream on Tuesdays. We currently stream reruns of some of our older shows. I think we're currently still streaming Sea of Swords Forsaken, which was one of our first shows.
Just so you can have like all of the pirates at once.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oops, all pirates.
Was Sea of Swords piratey? Oh, there were some pirates, but they got killed very quickly.
It was swashbuckly, but not necessarily pirate.
Muscles were swash.
Yeah,
and we're specifically not pirates. I think it was said in the Unquiet Wreck that actually we're merchant hunters.
Privateers. You know, we got a piece of paper.
All right. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, we weren't given a piece of paper.
We wrote it.
We've got a piece of paper from our king.
On Fridays, you can also join us for our talk shows. Talking is a free action, and Talk Together. Talk Together, just talking. Talking is a free action. Super cool question dungeon. But that's on. That's on Fridays. All shows at 6 p.m. British summer time, because we're in summertime right now. Couldn't tell, it's raining. All of our shows are streamed at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg. You can find all of our shows archived at youtube.com/rolltogetherrpg, and there are podcast versions of all of our shows available everywhere. Just search for Roll Together RPG. Massive thank you to the sponsors and supporters, there are many of them, and to the Patreon, the D20 Club, who help us make all of our shows. Thank you so much for helping us tell rambling, strange little stories where we walk around cities run by jellyfish.
It's awesome.
You can join them for just £1. Link will be in chat. We are all over socials as Roll Together RPG, including TikTok, because we're young at heart. And thank you very much for your time. We will see you in a fortnight. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.